Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of Pokemon Rebuilders. As always, I am your host and GM, Youngster Groudon, and joining me are my wonderful players. We have Strider.
Hello, hello.
We have Frey.
Wah!
We have Nixaris.
Howdy ho!
And, of course, we have Himbo.
What is wrong with all of your introductions this week?
I know, right?
I'm sorry, Himbo. Greetings and salutations, motherfucker.
Hail, travelers.
Hail, travelers.
This is unacceptable.
Get in,
All
losers.
right, well-
We're going on a Pokemon adventure.
Okay, yeah, so this is a disaster on arrival, so we're just gonna cancel. Good night. Good night, everybody! No, no, but for reals. Please don't leave. I love you guys, and anyway. So, how are we all feeling tonight?
I've
Pretty
been
good.
looking forward to this.
Awesome. Yeah.
I mean, I didn't feel good about this place at the start. It's not gotten better.
Bad,
To be
bad
honest.
vibes. I'm excited to get into it.
I really want Toshi just to lose her mind. I will pay
She
to
might.
see that.
She might.
Okay.
You want Carrie? This is how you get Carrie.
Oh god, I'm just trying to picture the Pokemon version of Carrie. Just like,
Nope. Let's move on before we
yeah.
think any more Stephen.
We've got an introduction to get through.
Right you are, Frey, right you are. And so with that, I guess I'll just get right to it if we're all ready then. Which it sounds like we are.
Yep.
Alright. It has been 100 years since Grand Meteor Delta has struck the Earth and laid waste to society. People and Pokemon have retreated into underground bunkers called cloisters to survive and wait out the devastation. There, they have waited and planned for the time they would one day re-emerge into the new world. To this end, the Rebuilder Corps was formed, with the purpose of exploring, charting, settling, and rebuilding society in the new world for humans and Pokemon alike. Among them are our heroes: Layla, the survivalist; Jakob, the caretaker; Toshiko, the scientist; Ace, the salvager; and Cece, the tactician. However, as the cloisters open up to this strange and harsh new world, the Rebuilders may find it's not as empty as they had initially imagined. Which brings us to our recap this week. Excuse me. When we last left our heroes, they had just made it past Thunder Falls after an encounter with the Totem Sea King. After several hours of walking, they decided to stop and rest for a bit. They managed to get a good meal, and in the process, several of their Pokemon evolved in basically an evolution bargain sale. And at the end of that, they were visited by a stranger of very significant height by the name of Az. He warned them that the City of Head wore the masks of heroes, but he knew what lay underneath. And then he left with that cryptic warning. Without much other recourse, they kept going forward, and sure enough, they arrived at the outskirts of the city, where they had a brief friendly battle with some of the local city guard, who bore the strange symbol that Sea King carved into the tree. After a hard-fought battle, they were stopped by the city's mayor, none other than Hattori and her bodyguard Hanzo, who introduced herself to the Rebuilders in a rather strict manner. She then gave them a quick tour around the city, but that was interrupted when suddenly there was the sound of commotion coming from down within one of the housing areas. There they encountered an Espeon who was lashing out at several Spectrum soldiers. They managed to calm it down, however, Hattori tried to log a strange Pokeball at the Pokemon. It was intercepted, and Ace managed to catch it himself. Hattori bid them farewell and good night. Thus we resume our story. as we rejoin our heroes in the midst of their suspicion at the sight of Espion's nest. In just a moment. Alright. So, first things first. Up! There we are. There's everybody. And finally...
Ooh.
So, you stand in the midst of the housing area of Saffron City, just outside Espion's nest, as the sky slowly starts to turn a dark yellow color as the sun begins to set.
Well, let's at least make sure the nest is okay, and then we're gonna want to get somewhere safe.
Yeah.
Just if you don't mind, humoring me, I don't really enjoy the idea of staying here. I don't really enjoy the idea of leaving these eggs behind. If we took all these eggs and we walked through the night, we marched through the night, double time, no matter what we have to do, how long would it take us to get out of here?
Like, out of the city? Or...
To where?
Until I stop feeling like I need to take a shower when I have a conversation with people.
I don't know, I'm kind of with Jakob here, because I don't want to just leave the eggs as is. I'd rather stay here with them and know that they're protected, or, as Jakob suggested, we take them and we go.
We know we can't take them back to the city. That I can't do that. That doesn't sound safe.
I don't feel
staying
right.
here doesn't sound safe either, but I'll be honest, I don't have a good idea right now what to do.
Well, the problem is...
Toshi, Cece, please.
Well, the problem is that, as much as I agree with you about the feeling of this city, and especially Mayor Hattori, we don't really have much of a choice. We're here on a mission. We've been assigned to reestablish relations and communications with Yellow Cloister to Red Cloister, and if we just up and leave, we're abandoning not only our mission, but effectively we're going AWOL from the core.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time.
It actually kind of would, but...
It's the first time that we did it unintentionally.
I do have a question.
Or rather,
about
intentionally.
No.
Me
We did it
and-
once before.
I do have a question out of character. Has me and Toshiko sent our reports yet, or is there not been enough time yet?
You've not really had the chance yet.
Yeah, if we picked up immediately where we left off last session, Toshiko had run inside and, is not there with you people.
Okay. And that means that, Ace is currently typing, but not actually, doing anything. Got you. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I was placed right.
Run inside the building?
To the nest, to make sure the eggs were okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
At the very least, let's get some correspondence to Serge. Tell him
Emailing him right now.
Oh, crap. I had the wrong button, so sorry about that little mute gap there. Anyway.
Because he
good.
needs to know about this.
Oh, I agree, 100%. But Cece's right. Unfortunately, we probably have to stay here longer than we want to. I do, however, agree that those Espion eggs do need to be relocated. They can't stay here.
If we could just make Emily a little bit bigger, please, because Kong is constant.
Okay.
Jakob is going to get Emily out right away because Emily, she's scrappy. She knows when a ghost is coming. She can see a ghost. A ghost has nothing to do against her. So she's the best option right now.
Punga. Actually, hang on a sec, though.
I just thought of another idea.
Which is?
Do you think some of those eggs could fit in Emily's pouch? Maybe she can help protect them.
Let's see how many there are.
Yeah, look, I'll stand outside, keep guard. We need to have at least one or two people out here keeping watch. Toshi, if you could go in.
She's already
Cece, stay out here with me. Let's let the others of them go inside and take a look, but let's protect them.
Okay.
I will bring the eggs out to you.
Come, at least take a look first, then let me know.
Yes, of course. No, I'm just gonna waltz in and steal an egg, Jakob.
AJ, if anybody would, you would be the one.
Speak!
Besides, say, I think you might already have. Never mind. I guess you don't have permission.
Espian's gonna sort of like rush forward and sort of like guard the entrance to its lair very jealously, and also see Toshiko in there and just hiss.
Hey, we're trying to help you.
Toshi, come back out.
Toshi reaches out mentally to try and just put all the good vibes towards this Espion, because like something happened here and I need to know.
Real quick, it's kind of sort of related. Jakub would like to try and observe Toshi a little bit closer. Like, is there any kind of sense, like any kind of tell that we can get when Toshi's doing this kind of thing? Like a glow, a kind of like specific look in the eyes, maybe?
Jakub, make a perception or intuition. Toshiko, make a Pokemon education charm. Ace, charm.
Gotcha.
Wow, I can't wait for Toshi to use Pokemon Education and just wipe me around on the ground like a bad napkin. Good.
Jakob, what were you looking for again? Ooh, Toshi.
I'm better than that.
No, you're not. Toshi, stop! I'm trying to fight you.
I'm gonna use Skill Monkey to try that again.
Okay.
This isn't for the Espeon. This is an opposed. Oh wait,
Is this the Espion connection?
No, Toshi's rolling for the Espion connection. Jakub, you're not this isn't like opposing anything, because I don't think Toshiko would try to actively hide her, like...
Nope, not even a little bit.
know.
Exactly.
Even think of it.
You psychic people are weird. I don't know.
That looks better. I like that one better.
Alright. So, Espion lowers its hackles slowly and reluctantly, and it will look at Ace and, like, keep very close by Ace as they go inside towards the eggs. Jakub, you are able to tell that Toshiko's breathing kind of slows a bit as she, like, focuses, and she has this, like, peculiar, breathing style that she sort of enters into when she goes into this state.
So I want to kind of try and pay attention to this, because the more kind of non-visual, non-verbal cues from my party members that I can learn about when they're either uncomfortable, doing something special, or about to start a fight would be the best. So I'm definitely going to try and pay attention to it.
There's probably also maybe not quite a strain around the eyes because she's gotten used to this, but like a visible focusing of attention. And usually probably accompanied by like reaching out in the direction of whatever she's connecting with.
Yeah, it almost looks like she's in a waking state of REM. That's probably the best way I could visualize
that visual was not a visual that I wanted, but I appreciate it.
I meant with her eyes closed, though.
Yeah, a little spooky still.
No, I just know somebody who sleeps with their eyes open, so that's why I was like, oh.
I mean,
it might not be ridiculously noticeable, because Toshi, once she started it, has basically always been channeling with Psyche and like with Zinnia when she got here, and so like Toshi's breathing patterns had slowed, and maybe it slows a little bit more the more people she connects with.
So here's my that's what I was thinking. My kind of idea is that Toshi will, like, as she establishes the connection, especially with the newer Pokemon, there may be a greater change in her biorhythms than there otherwise would be, which would kind of let me know, possibly ahead of time, if we're about to start a fight, or if there's hostile Pokemon around, if Toshi's trying to reach out and calm them. That lets me know that we need to be like, hey guys, everybody on their guard, something's happening.
mm-hmm.
If I ever see Layla go for a knife, it's just like, all right guys, just stop.
The moment she reaches for Caliber, and that's when, trouble's gonna start.
Exactly. I'm trying to get those tells for everyone. Nobody can ever find AJ because their stealth and acrobatics are so high, so I'm not even trying.
I mean, like, once you start seeing me get all springy or tense, that you know I'm going to do something.
Yep. But yeah, so...
Alright, so we are working with Espion. Sorry for the derail.
No worries. So, thanks to Toshiko and Ace's efforts, Espion is, willing to let you help it relocate its eggs and its nest.
The entire time, AJ is going to be talking to Espion, like, literally describing everything they're doing. Because whether or not Espion can actually, like, understand him, it makes him feel better that, like, there at least is a connection of, hey, you might understand me, so you might be more willing.
That said, it does not let any of you touch its eggs. It carries them itself.
That's fine.
About how many eggs do we see?
2.
How's it carrying them?
Mentally. Psychic powers.
By channeling and channeling successfully, Toshiko would have access to the last hour of memories of this Espion. Anything particularly noteworthy?
Basically, you see visions of it suddenly stirring from a peaceful sleep as Spectrum agents enter the house and start, like, moving and taking things around, taking down, like, foliage and vines and stuff, and then it is going to run forward and start, like, growling and hissing at them, and then the agents will send out their Pokemon to try and attack it, and it starts wiping the floor with them, but also takes some hits in the process.
Yeah.
But after it gets the upper hand, it takes a moment to heal itself with one of its techniques.
Hey, Toshi, do you think there's a way we could possibly get the Espion to let us maybe give it the papoose or something to hold the eggs? Maybe that would give it a little less stress.
Kanga! Trudge, 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 trudge. Leap, trudge. Kanga.
You know what? Kangaskhan is an extremely maternal, motherly Pokemon, and everything knows that, so I'm not going to get in Emily's way.
Toshiko will channel with Emily, so that way Espion and Emily can be linked together mentally.
Ooh, wait, hold, Toshi. Jakob's also going to point at Gil.
Toshi gets Gil too.
If anybody can convince this Espion that Emily is safe, it would be Emily's kid, Gil.
Spear. Kangaskhan. Spion. And then Espion will slowly move its eggs towards Kangaskhan, and Emily will open her pouch and allow her to tuck the eggs within.
I'm going to make sure that I and Emily stick right next to Espion at all times, so if Espion at any time tries to get them out, it won't be any problem.
Alright. We have the eggs?
We have the eggs.
And I suggest we find a Pokemon Center. It's almost
is there
sunset.
anything? Is there anything else you want out of here, Espion?
It looks back, and its ears sort of, like, droop a bit. Pokemon education or intuition? Anyone who wants to make the roll.
Oh, it's the same.
I ain't got no clue. I'm not even focusing on them.
Yeah.
I'm watching the ghosts.
So, everyone but Layla, you see Espion looking back at its nest, and with its ears drooped back, you were able to tell that, like, it's kind of heartbroken that it's, like, being forced out of its home. but it also, like, knows and hates that, like, it has to do this to survive, and if it wants its family to be safe.
Jakob is gonna very carefully try and get closer. He hasn't gotten close to the Espion yet, but he'll try and get a little bit closer and kneel down next to it and offer out a hand and see if it's gonna give him any attention.
Charm roll.
Yes.
It turns somewhat suddenly towards you, initially assuming a sort of, like, defensive posture, but it will quickly relent as it sees and recognizes you, and it will slowly just sort of, like, press its scalp against your palm.
Hey, your home is anywhere that you and your eggs are, okay? It's not here. It's not anywhere else. It's wherever you're safe. You're safe with us for now. Let's get you somewhere better.
Beyond.
We can build a better nest when we actually get somewhere where that's more permanent.
Spion. Espion. And
Guys.
it'll start moving out.
Getting darker. We need to move.
Alright. So, with that, you guys will head out. I think I remember the way to the Pokemon Center. One of the few good bits of advice Hattori gave us.
I trust you.
Lead the way.
The way. Thanks.
So,
Dang it!
as you walk...
Toshi pulls up an old map of Saffron, just for reference.
Are you making a nest now, baby?
Anyway, so as you walk, you will make your way to the end of the housing district, and as you do, you'll approach the edge of the block, and there, rounding the corner, you will see 3 Pokemon stumbling around the corner. Make me a perception roll.
To reiterate, we are now in a strictly urban setting, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so all of my survivalist features are gone.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. This is what happens when I'm not in my special
Layla.
environment.
Layla, I know it's late. Snap out of it. Come on. Again, a little bit better. Reroll with a 3. Fuck it, I'll take it.
Appreciate it.
This is not the time for an ambush. No offense, anyone, but
No, that's wise.
no.
Alright. So yeah, you were able to identify the Pokemon as Abra, Gotharita, and Mr. Mime, but they all look very weak, and they're moving very slowly, and you see them just sort of like slump against a alleyway wall, and they just sort of like
Where?
collapse, heaving in exhaustion.
Where did they come out of?
From around the corner at the end of the block.
Okay. AJ is going to get out Pokeball
Alright.
and look over at the others and say, they're gonna need help.
As AJ says that,
Not to say.
I'm going to need either a perception or an intuition roll from everyone.
As this is happening, Layla would like to just add on, keep your eyes up. We don't know why they're so... We don't know what happened to them. It's probably nearby.
I would like to call some BS on my rolls. I don't
I'm gonna
understand
lean
why.
in a little bit to Emily. Emily, do you see these two? Since she always sees through ghost types and illusions.
I thought Scrappy just lets you hit them. Does she have like a permanent odor sleuth too?
Let me double check in case I am wrong, but if I am wrong, then we need to odor sleuth because this is bad.
This would actually probably be a good time to get Cass out, because Cass has odor sleuth.
That'll have to wait until this is resolved,
yeah.
though.
Yeah, it'll wait till after the perception.
Never mind, you are completely correct. It's a bypass on immunity, it's nothing else.
Yeah. Figured as much.
My bad.
That's still insanely good, though, but yeah.
Oh, no, it's awesome. I'm never going to complain about that. Can I get that on all my other Pokemon? Is that alright?
You fucking wish.
Yes, that's explicitly why I'm asking.
Anyway, so,
Silly, I love you.
Emily and Jakob, Layla, and Toshiko, you are actually going to notice some of the, street lights along the, road are lit up, but they're glowing in eerie blue, which is weird because you don't see much power anywhere else in the sea, but also what power you do see does not look to be that color. And then Emily and Layla, looking closer, you see that's not electricity going through those lights, that's fire.
Layla's gonna shout, "Get them in Pokeballs now!" and just like toss out a great ball and just.
Yep.
She's gonna throw.
As you're reaching, out from the lights will emerge. Lampent,
Oh,
Lampent,
boy!
Lampent. And they are going to be.
Plan has not changed. Whack!
Alright, who are you throwing?
I'm great balling this one right in the face. The plan hasn't changed. Layla said great ball. I'll listen to Layla. Layla's smart.
I had a
Layla's
great
a lot
ball
smarter
out.
than me.
I had a great ball out. This one is the furthest away, so I'm going to great ball him.
Layla was gonna
Okay.
aim for the Mr. Mime.
Okay.
Awesome.
The close. Actually, no, she was gonna aim. Yeah, Mr. Mime.
I wanted to get the one further away.
Alright.
Ah!
If it comes to what kind of sauce is going to make a dish more delicious, we all listen to me. When it comes to combat, Layla says throw, I throw.
Alright.
What is up with my rolls? I quit. I'm fired.
Toshi will toss at the goth.
Alright.
Cece? Oh, you hit. Oh my.
You throw a Pokeball at the Goth, you hit AJ with
So-
a Pokeball.
No,
At least it's not me this time.
what's actually going to happen is Toshiko and Jakob's ball. I'm going to rephrase that. Toshiko and Jakob's Pokeballs are going to collide.
I am thoroughly pleased at the rephrasing that happened there.
Yup!
Jakob's or AJ's?
No
Jakobs.
disrespect, Frey. We are good friends. However, you need to buy me at least Applebee's 2-for-1 mozzarella sticks first.
Applebee's 2-for-1 mozzarella sticks. That's fair.
I'm a classy
So-
lady. Listen to me.
So, unfortunately, that will not impact the Lampent before combat starts, but the others will still hit.
Yeah. I imagine Cece is also throwing one too.
Wait, mine hits?
No, yours doesn't,
I
but the
didn't
ones that
think-
hit. Yeah, Cece is going to throw at the Abra.
Oh, thank God. Woman after my own heart.
I can't wait until like a year in the future when we're higher level and all of our like starter Pokemon are in like the 80s and 90s, and just out of nowhere, Eris learns how to throw a Pokeball at other Pokemon.
Unfortunately, Cece also misses.
Look, man, me and Cece, we're like really synced together because she got a 4, I got a 4.
So that's
Meant to
4
be.
great balls down on the floor that we can go pick up later.
Yeah, thanks a bunch.
How's
Alright.
Espeon looking?
It seems to be at full health.
Oof. Well, if anything's going to, like, I'm gonna, I don't know if you'll let me command her.
Regardless, this might not be the best fight for Espeon anyway, because ghost types.
Yep, you're right.
So Jakob and I still need to do the D100 roll because ours still hit, right?
No, mine did not. No.
Oh, so only I. Okay.
Yep.
Thank you, sir.
Uh,
All right, let's just roll initiative. Whatever.
Hang on. I need to still crunch that real quick.
Yeah, 'cause
I mean,
it's weak, but that's still not a good number.
no, you don't. I'm gonna roll initiative.
I mean, feel free to
You
roll
roll
initiative.
I'm rolling initiative. Dark type, right? Those are good against ghosts?
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Ghost
very
thing,
yes.
Alright, come here.
They are also fire.
Yes, well, I don't think Vaporeon wants to fight that. Well, it might help if I actually get her character sheet out too.
I mean,
But, man,
Umbreon's
I'm
still a
running at,
very
like,
solid
2%.
choice, so go on. So go for it.
2% is what I'm.
I have a bad idea.
I'm down for bad ideas. They're my specialty. What's up?
I have a bad idea.
Go on.
Can't wait to teach Emily counter so that when a ghost crits her, I can just counter it, and because she has Scrappy, it just annihilates them immediately.
All right. Damn it. Mr. Mime has been registered to your Pokedex.
Oh, nice.
All right, so this is going to take a second.
By all means.
Also, way to choose
Hello.
the fucking background music, Brandon.
Yeah, that's okay. It'll change between you two. No, I don't want to do that just yet. That's
Yes, you do.
probably enough. No, I want to save it. I want to save it because it's the smarter thing to do.
All right, so plus side though, Cece is gonna get an opportunity now to test out Polly.
What? I'm sorry, what's its name?
What do you mean?
Oh, never mind. I saw. So she said, "Here's where I saw." You said she gets a chance to introduce Polly, but I saw I saw Duncan come out, and I thought it was the other Alola Marowak that came out, and I'm like, wait, when did she get that? Why did she use a fire type?
Whoops.
Are you okay?
All right. But yeah, no. So she's gonna bring out Poliwhirl for the first time in combat.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, you guys are in trouble.
Right. And then we're gonna get Polly up there.
Can
Sup?
Can
What?
I, when I throw out a Pokemon, can I like throw it out between the Lampet and the other two psychics?
Yes.
Okay, Brienne's gonna go there.
Fraction!
Cause I haven't used her in a while. She needs some exercise.
She's not gonna complain, and neither will these psychics, most likely. Alright, so now I just gotta get everyone in initiative. CC, you are at that. Oh, come on, Roll20. I just did a computer restart. Don't do this to me. Alright, so now
Uh-oh.
we're fine. Polly, and then I just gotta get the Lampent into initiative and we'll be good. It's 4.
Just because she opens her door does not mean that she's going to see you. She loves you very much, but she does not have to visit you every single day.
Alright, and
Alright, Brienne, as a refresher, what abilities do you have? I know you have Mold Breaker, but also I believe you have, yep, you do indeed have Hyper Cutter. That'll be nice.
That means her attack can't be lowered.
Nah, 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 nah.
Alright, okay,
Na
cool.
na 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 na.
Oh, bless it, Frey.
Come on. There we go. Oh my god, be slower. It's not like I'm on a time crunch or anything, Roll20, it's fine. Are you kidding me? You just glitch out? Fuck you.
Oh no, that's not good.
It's fine, it's just gonna take a sec.
Deep breaths. We're all here.
We're good.
Swear to God.
So Cece has Holly, AJ has Erebus, Toshi has Duncan, I have Brienne, and Jakob has Emily.
Yep. That appears to be the lineup we got.
Beauteous.
What, baby?
Alright. And now we're gonna get
Honey,
into
she's probably not gonna visit
order. Alright, then I'm gonna switch over the music and the combat can officially begin.
Hooray!
Let's see now. Alright. So, looks like first up is... Oh. God damn it, I forgot to clear out the initiative from last time. Sorry. Alright,
Oh.
so if I accidentally delete your initiative, let me know. Or just put yourself back on.
Oh, I never put Brienne's on there, did I? Oops. No, I didn't. I never put it on. That's gonna be important. Alright, Brienne has 14 speed.
Pull it down.
Alright. So... everyone, real quick, check to see if you're still on initiative or not.
I think
Brienne
I
is... Brienne is there and Layla's there. I don't see
I
Kate
see
on
an
initiative.
Emily, and I don't see me. I'll re-add me.
Alright,
I also
crap.
don't see Frey.
I
Okay.
have added myself back in just now.
Oh, okay, try it again. I might have
Luckily,
accidentally-
my initiative is 10, so I'm still in order.
Hold up. Alright, second.
Toshi's no longer in initiative again.
Hold up, no, that was me. I accidentally misclicked. I'll get her back right
Gotcha.
now. God bless it.
Yep, just Toshi and AJ.
Wait, what? Why am I out of initiative? I thought I was. Oh, I did get kicked. My bad.
Alright. Alright, Ace is 13. I'll just put you back in. Alright, okay. Okay.
Now we're all good. Everything is
Yep.
as it should be.
Wonderful. Alright. So, as I was saying, does anyone have any priority moves they want to do?
Yes.
Go for it.
Good.
Here it comes.
Anytime you want to load. The nice and refreshing taste of,
Ah!
Oh, no! Here we go!
It's the auto crit move. You have a turn until you have perished.
Well,
gonna allow this for now, even though it says limited priority. I don't know exactly what that means, but
Limited priority means
so
that
I
she
declare at
can't
the start
use...
of the turn, and I can't do anything else. If you do 25% of my maximum hit points in a single attack to Emily, Emily loses the turn.
cool. But unfortunately, Emily can still act on her turn and move. Okay.
No, she does her move and shift at initiative 1 when it fires. She basically delays the entire turn until 1, and then boom.
Okay, sorry. Never mind. Alright, we're still golden then. Fucking God.
Here we go. Layla would like to give Brienne brutal orders.
Okay. So, while that's getting set up, if there's nothing else from anyone else, CC is going to command Polly to use Rain Dance.
Very nice. Minus to fire attacks.
Yep. Sorry, Duncan, but I think you have other ways to hurt him too. Besides, fire wouldn't. Besides, fire wouldn't be a good idea against them, anyways. Toshiko.
Toshiko is gonna hop down the landing and throw a heal ball at Abra.
Okay.
Come on, baby, move. Go lay down somewhere that's not right behind me before I...
Clunk, clunk.
Oh, we're back in the city! Yes!
Alright, well. Unfortunately, it's still not quite enough to reach Abra.
So I see.
Poor Toshi.
Next up is Brienne.
With the fierce protectiveness that a fracture can have, she is... That's not my character sheet. Brienne! There we go. Brienne is going to use her fancy schmancy new Dragon Claw on...
Ooh.
That one.
Alright. Attack Lampant. That's a hit.
Alright, that will be 47 damage minus physical defense.
Alright. A decent hit. However, as she swipes at the Lampant will have its body phase through Brienne's claw and burn it on its flame.
Remind me what happens with burned.
You definitely lose like some damage after each turn, and normally I think it cuts your attack, but you have Hypercutter, so I don't think you care about that.
Oh no, Brienne doesn't care about that.
Burned. The target's defense stat is lowered by 2. Here, I'll copy it.
Okay. Oh, it's
The
defense.
defense stat is lowered by 2. Okay, that I do care about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Toshi, did you catch the Abra or no?
I failed to catch the Abra.
Okay.
If you are... No, it doesn't make you vulnerable. It doesn't say that one, so... But yeah, that is a persistent affliction.
Cool.
Got it.
So since it got burned on its turn, does that mean it takes damage now?
So the trigger, it was burned after the standard action was taken, so I would think that the order of operations that...
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Alright, so... Brienne's now burned, and that brings us over to AJ.
AJ is going to try to get a quick ball at the Abra.
Woo.
Ooh. That might be overkill.
I said quick ball, didn't I? I was trying to say great ball, but my brain just went bloop.
Okay.
So do you want to do great?
My brain wasn't great, but yes.
All right, great ball it is. No!
Oh, jeez.
Okay, you know what? I'm retiring from now on. I'm done. Like, somebody else could do the rolls for me. I apparently am not allowed to roll anything that is, like...
Okay, to be fair,
Over
AJ, it's not just you tonight.
Oh, she's
No,
feeling it too.
But my rolls have been so crap.
Well, let's hope Erebus has better luck.
I don't know.
I believe in you.
I'm scared to touch this. Which one did Brienne...
This
Okay.
guy.
Cool, Erebus is going to attack this guy.
Fortunately, Cox Almighty believes in us all. Thank you.
Oh, I thank you.
Thank you, Cox Almighty.
And which I will be doing.
Also, hi, Cox Almighty, yes.
Excuse me, a feint attack.
Oh, well, that can't miss, and that's super effective, so there you go.
Boom.
That will be
37.
37.
37.
Another 12.
A light hit.
You know what? It's better than my other rolls.
Alright. But no, that definitely looked like it hurt. Oh, also that said, Brienne, you managed to injure the one that you swiped at.
I was about to ask when the time came, but I'm glad.
Emily is focusing, which brings us to the Lampants. So their night is slightly ruined, but not entirely. So, first Lampant is going to see the burned Brienne, and it is going to glow with glee as it uses Hex.
Oh shit.
Oh yes. Pray that the low rolls afflict the monsters too.
We know it won't.
They did not. Alright, so that is going to be 63 points of damage before special defense.
So Brienne is definitely injured from that.
Alright.
Twice.
And next up is the one that burned Brienne, who got hurt by it. And it is going to do the same thing.
Duncan is going to intercept.
Alright, roll it. Actually, first, let's see if they need... No, let's do it in advance. Because that's going to affect the damage base. Yeah, that'll be fine. Knock. And so, the Hex will target Duncan instead, and since Duncan has no status ailments, it cannot proc the specialty.
No, it's not. RNGesus has not been kind to us tonight.
So... There we go. Boop, click off. Alright, changes there. And beep.
Haha!
Okay, Duncan, you didn't actually have to do that, so you can go back.
Beautiful.
So Brienne sees us coming and manages to cape away the Hex!
The cape returns!
Possibly with a mental warning because Brienne and Duncan are linked together. Which
I'll
is
allow it.
part of what... It's what allows them to intercept for each
Yep.
other.
Alright. And... next up is... this Lampant. it is going to use Flame Burst on Gotharita and Abra.
Let's see if this hits first.
Yeah, they're in range, so...
Hey,
Yeah, that.
what is the range on it?
Range 6.
One enemy, so it can only hit one of them.
Yeah, but any trainers or Pokemon adjacent take 5 hit points.
So who is the main target?
Gotharita.
Brienne would like to... If Duncan is going to intercept Gotharita, Brienne can intercept Abra.
Alright.
So what am I looking for?
Athletics roll, I believe.
I know, what's the number that I'm looking for?
3 times the number of squares.
Yes.
So Brienne is looking for 9.
Yep.
Brienne's got it. Track!
Alright.
And that will be halved because Dragon resists fire. So that will make that 17, I believe.
No, you would only take 5 hit points because it just says lose 5 hit points.
Oh, right, yes. That's why I decided Abra. I do have smarts.
So Duncan will intercept this one.
Yep. Duncan will take the brunt of the blow.
Can Duncan shove her diagonally?
Into a building? Oh, like that.
Sure.
Not cardinally adjacent. Huh.
Alright, yeah. So
Duncan will be 14.
Well, also, it's minus 5 points from the rain. So that would only do 30 before all the other stuff.
So 15
right.
to Duncan. So nothing to Duncan.
Yep. Metwalk! Rampant. Alright. Next Lampent will be the one that was attacked by Erebus. It is going to be mad about that. And it will attempt to... trap Eris in a fire spin.
Not Eris, but
Erebus.
Erebus.
Ah!
It doesn't work very well.
I got some speedy friends.
I would say it doesn't work at all.
Indubitably.
So it would seem.
Yeah, sit there and be mad. We ain't friends right now.
Alright. And so then, last Lampent will use... Yeah, it's gonna Flame Burst. On Erebus.
Are they trying to hurt my baby?
Ouch.
That will hit, and that will do 40 points of damage.
Fortunately, it doesn't hit anybody else, but Toshi is feeling the heat.
Mm-hmm.
So that will do 40 damage minus defense.
No. Yeah, 40 damage minus defense.
So that will only do 39
Special defense
damage.
or defense?
Special defense, sorry.
Yep, you're right.
Oh, so then that'll only be a...
40 minus special defense.
Oh, then it's only 20.
Yep.
Shit!
What?
Just impressed.
Yeah, Umbreon's a
20 special
tank!
defense is nice.
Oh yeah, by the way, my special defense, I even, like, calculated that wrong, because my regular defense is 21, my special is 20.
Right. So Duncan intercepted, so that's going to be his turn.
Correct.
Layla.
So we are in an urban environment, which means Layla is going to use her natural fighter feat to have access to fling.
All right.
She is going to fling a great ball at this one.
Makes sense. Hey, you got it!
Yep, and that will be oh god, this might actually knock it out, but that is going to be an additional 37 minus physical defense.
It is not knocked out.
Oh, thank god. Well, that's a great ball to it, so...
You said 37?
Correct.
Alright, yeah. That's gonna really put it on its ass. And a great ball, so...
If this doesn't catch it.
we gonna find out. So, great ball, go.
Fling is so good. Oh my god, it is so much better in this game.
Lampent has been registered in your Pokédex!
Awesome sauce.
Alright. Jakob.
Well, that was pretty much the plan that I was going for, so I'm going to try and Great Ball as well.
Alright.
Maybe this won't get intercepted.
There
It
we
does
go.
not get intercepted, it hits. That said, this is going to be a hard catch.
That is fair. So with the thing plus my level, I almost wrote 222 for the minus capture chance, which would be awesome, but no.
Good fucking lord, no.
36, which is actually not bad.
Not bad, but, we'll
Try to
see.
catch.
Lampent in back over there.
Ah.
Just growl at me? The audacity.
How dare.
She's so mad.
It pops free.
Aw. You
Alright.
might have wanted to go for the one that Erebus injured.
That is what Cece is going to do. So, Cece will huck a great ball. Never mind.
Yakuba not. Mm,
And Kangaskhan.
You have failed.
There are currently 7 perfectly
Perish.
good Pokeballs just sitting on the floor.
let's see. How much damage was that again?
It
Brilliant.
was 113 and it bypasses their, being a ghost thing.
Okay, yeah, you one-shot it.
Sorry, wait a minute. It was 118 because I forgot last resort.
Listen, it's
Down
dead,
for the
Jim.
count.
God, fuck. I hope this meme continues and Focus Punch is always in that 20.
So you just go up and just, like, slam, and it shatters, and it just dissipates into wisps.
Baby, it's just thunder. I'm so sorry. Do you want me to make you a bed over here? Are you scared? Now I know why you're growling. I'm sorry, baby.
And back to the top. Any priority moves?
Hold
I'm
on.
good.
Hold on. Fuck it! It may hit.
No, it won't.
No.
I haven't chosen a target yet, and my target is... It's not going to hit. I'm going to target them. It's all good. It's not going to hit, so Focus Punch is not expended.
Alright.
Oh, no, sorry. It's only not expended if it's negated by an attack. I miss and I will expend it. My bad. I didn't read that right.
That's fine. Nice try, Jakob. But don't worry. I'll see if I can, pick up the slack. Polly, use Bubble Beam! We take those!
And that is an additional 5, so that it makes it 43 damage.
No!
And it's
No.
super effective, so...
Hang on, does the plus 5 go on after the super effective calculation?
Yes.
So it would be 57 plus 5, so 62, minus special defense.
Also, Polly Speed is 24 now.
Jesus Christ!
Oh, wait, let me look at rain. Does it increase? No.
Only if it has Swift Swim.
It does.
Then yes, it should increase 5.
I need to know if it's speed or speed combat stages.
I believe it's speed combat stages because Vlad has the same thing.
Okay, yeah. Yep, it's combat stages. Okay, so that might not be what that is.
Either way, Polly's going first.
Wait, how many combat stages?
4.
4, okay. That's one too many. Okay, yeah, so it's 27, actually.
Jesus Christ, Polly!
Come here.
It's overkill, but it fucking works.
Come here.
But yeah, so, alright. So, what's the final math? 38 times 1.5 plus 5?
Yeah, 57 plus 5 is 62, minus special defense.
52. Alright, yeah, that is going to extinguish this lampent.
Jesus!
Nice work, Polly! Polly, woo! Poliwhirl pumps its hand. Toshiko.
Steps forward defensively, and...
What happened to Brienne? Oh, there he is. Never mind, carry on.
Toshiko steps forward defensively, tossing another heal ball at the Abra as
Okay.
she moves.
No,
Jesus.
Toshi.
So, you will throw the ball, but Duncan, in a fit of showing off, will smack it with his club and obliterate it.
What? Duncan!
Meta?
It's fine.
Is
What?
it all fine,
Poor
Toshiko?
thing.
Meta whack.
It was really impressive.
I can hear those tears.
I'm just picturing like the anime expression, which is like the line eye, squiggly blue stripe, but like a small smile. That was really impressive. All right, Brienne. Oh wait, no, they can't.
Brienne intercepted last turn, and she took a take of hit points. If she takes one
Yep.
more, she is down.
Well, she can't take an action because she did standard action last turn for the thing. So yeah. That brings us to Ace then.
Sorry, my anxiety is like spiked right now. I'm going to.
You okay?
It's storming and I don't like storms, and I'm
Okay,
in the
that
second
checks
level,
out.
so I can feel it instead of being on the first level where I can't.
That's rough. Well, hopefully we can try and
Um,
distract you. Go for it.
Thanks. I'm going to try a great ball.
All right, go it. Come on, come on! Son of a... How?
I'm willing
How?
to introduce you to my friend President Lincoln if you let me roll it again.
Unfortunately, no!
That's good, because I don't think I got a 5.
Oh my god.
That's okay. Erebus can do some cool stuff.
That's true. She's
Alright,
cute.
go for it, Erebus.
You've
You've already eliminated 3/5 of them.
it's your boing. And what are you gonna do? Oh. We are going back to the feint attack, because with my rolls, this is where we're at.
You cannot do feint attack because it's in every other turn.
Fine. Can I reroll?
Yeah, that officially did not happen. Okay, yeah, that's fine. We take those.
Oh my goodness, I rolled higher than a 9.
That is going to be an additional 14, which will put that at 42.
Okay. A decent hit.
Here, baby, I will turn on the TV for you, but it has to be really low, okay?
Alright. And next up are the Lampant. One, two, 6. Damn it.
What, you were trying to go for Brienne?
Yeah.
Sorry. No, thank you.
I mean, they still can, but they'll take an opportunity attack. Oh wait, it's just a struggle, and they're immune to that, so they're gonna do that.
How about no?
Let me know if you guys can hear my TV or not. I'm turning it on, so that way my dog actually has noise.
Noted.
Gotcha. I don't hear it.
I don't
Oh,
hear
it's
it.
not on yet.
Right.
Nothing's playing, that's why.
Wait. Okay, well, the good news is that it can't do it at the bullshit damage base that it did the first time, because this is the same one that did it to Brienne before. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to matter that much. Yeah.
I thought I caught that one.
I don't think you did.
Yeah, I
No,
did
that was the
because
second one.
Nope.
yeah, because the one with the dot on it, that's the one that she dragon clawed, and that's the one that burned her.
Yeah, that's the one that burned her, not hex her.
Oh.
That's the one that tried to hex
Got it.
her and failed.
Oh, I gotcha. Never mind.
Yeah. Either way, that's probably not going to make that much of a difference if this hits. Oh, wait. Oh, shit! Never mind. I just remembered it can't do that. Because Hex is every other turn.
Ha 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 ha.
So, instead, it is going to do Flame Burst. I'm keeping the roll.
Brienne.
Ah.
So, that is...
Can Duncan try and save the Abra?
Yes.
Can you guys
I'm
hear
gonna shove it away.
Nope.
it? Excellent.
Sorry, Bren, nothing I can do for you.
So, Brienne is going to take, 38 halved before special defense.
Hold on. Hold on. That's oh god. That's
19 before
16.
special defense.
It's not gonna be. I can tell you right here and now, it's not gonna be enough to save her. Or wait, no, it might. 19 before special defense.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, she's still standing actually. Blitzy, you're good. Brienne is just barely staying alive. So she only takes 6 damage. So she's at 2.
And Duncan pushes the out of the way.
And takes
It's
5.
not
And
based
takes.
off of fire resistance. So yeah, it does. Cool.
Yep.
-5.
And then last Lampent.
Blitzy, to recap, we got the Espeon eggs after convincing it to let us help it relocate its nest. We don't want to stay here, but we may have to because that's Surge's mission. And while we were going to head there, we found a Mr. Mime, a Gotharita, and an Abra all weakened on a building, and they were attacked by these Lampent. So we are fighting these Lampent to protect the psychic types.
So, this Lampent has seen what Kangaskhan can do, and it is not having it, so it's going to try and fire spin Kangaskhan to trap it. Ace, were you asking for me? I'm sorry.
No, I'm
Well,
going
that
to
didn't
have
work.
I'm gonna have to BRB for like 5 minutes so that way I can get my dog settled.
That's fine.
Basically, could somebody just roll for me right now?
Sure.
Got you.
Alright. So, Kangaskhan is able to dodge the fire spin. Because it is a terrible accuracy move. Duncan did his interception again. What was that? Anyway. Layla!
Layla is going to bolt towards Brienne and give her a potion. Because gods know she sorely needs it.
Sorely alright. Jakob.
Well, you know what? It's not worked so far, but I got a lot of these, so I'm gonna do another Great Ball.
Okay.
I will target this one right here.
Sounds good.
Loving it.
All
Good
right.
sign.
Oh my!
All right, that is a lot better.
Okay. Lampent has been registered to your Pokedex!
Get out.
Alright. Also, that reminds me, Layla and Jakob gain a point of trainer EXP.
Got those set.
And CC is gonna try again! Eh.
I love the little... No! No!
God damn it.
Blitzy, the other thing you've been missing? Toshi, AJ, and CC have been trying so hard to throw their Pokeballs, but they just keep getting like 1s and 2s. And I feel so bad for them.
So, it is gonna throw and go to Lampent, and it melts in its flame. You know what? Fine! I didn't want a Lampent anyway! Poly Bubble Beam!
She's mad!
She big mad.
Real fast though, actually. Just to clarify, so Emily's using the move but missing. Do they still use their shift to move forward or no? I would imagine they would still move,
Yeah.
but then not like...
Yeah, you just gave up your standard action, effectively.
Gotcha, so Emily is going to shift forward to here and miss the attack. They're still going to move up.
Got it, yep. Alright, and then Emily's gonna hit it with Bubble Beam. Not Emily, Polly's gonna hit it with Bubble Beam.
You go, Emily!
So,
That's an additional 12, so 36 damage.
Plus
the rain, so
5.
that would make it 41.
yep. 41 before defense.
Special defense.
Special defense, either way.
Not exactly the minimum damage, but damn, that's low.
Yeah.
That is 1 away from minimum.
Lampint is flickering at this point. Alright, Toshiko.
Toshiko throws another heal ball at the Abra.
Okay.
I believe in you, Toshi, come on!
Finally!
Hey!
Alright, go for it.
And a heal ball is no bonus, right? It's
No,
just
Q
level?
ball is a bonus.
It-
It's a small one.
Heal ball is 10,
Yep.
I think.
Ah,
Heal ball is essentially a great ball.
No, Q ball is like less than that.
oh,
But...
jeez.
Oh, hang on though.
Oh wait, heal ball I think is 5 actually. Let me double check.
Yeah, I have it in the charts.
I'm going to step away for just a moment. I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm. Either way, while Layla checks, I'm gonna crunch some numbers.
Because, yeah, it might be worse than that. It might be like 75 or 80.
Heal ball is -5.
Alright, so
I'm
that's
sorry.
gonna be 75 then.
Yeah.
However...
It is very wounded, so that might... And it's an Abra, so that's definitely gonna make it easier to catch.
It's probably got at least several injuries.
Alright, yeah, so...
I think Mr. Mime was the hardest one to get out of there because it doesn't have an evolution left. And I know that its evolution form affects the capture rate. So honestly, I have some confidence. You might be able to catch it. Yay!
Hey!
Abra has been registered to your Pokedex! And... Brienne is able to act this turn. Want to get some of that sweet, sweet payback?
Let's see. You know what? Absolutely. Do you know how she's gonna do that?
Dragon Rage?
No. No. No, because that's not enough. No, she's gonna use Assurance. And you know what? That thing's been damaged on its move, so that means it's a base damage 12.
Oh, fuck!
Brienne is mad, so...
Big mad!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And... click off that.
That still hits.
Meter... Excellent. Oh god, this might actually kill it. So that is an additional 28. So
It's
85 damage. 85 damage.
It's a lot.
Alright, yeah, well, it's not negative 200, it's fucking, HP, so it doesn't kill it, but, yeah, it's extinguished.
Yeah, she mad.
85, you said?
Oh yeah. And she will take a tick of hit points because burn.
Yep. And with that... you have successfully defeated the Lampint.
Phew. Ugh.
Alright. And give me just a second. As you will each gain...
I feel like Ace is still going to try and catch the Gotharita. So I feel like he, even though we're out of combat, he's gonna still try and... Because I feel like there's still some paranoia that the danger isn't over, so he might try to catch it one more time.
No, that's fine. And they will be successful.
Oh, cool.
Gotharita has been registered to your Pokedex! And, everyone gained, Pokemon gained
Gotharita is a solid catch.
Yes, it is. And Pokemon gained 56 experience points for this encounter.
Hey!
D6.
I will put that in the Discord notes, too. And so... And if you guys want, you can make a medical ed check to see if you can figure out what's wrong with these Pokemon. Exactly.
Okay. Where'd you go? I missed you so. There you are. Meded?
Yep.
I'm too busy worrying about Brienne's burn.
Mm-hmm.
If someone wants to roll for AJ, I feel so bad for Cece. She tried so hard and she's so far behind in terms of catching Pokemon.
Well, she's a type base, so that kind of comes with the territory.
Yeah, same girl.
Anyway, Ace, let me see. Where are you, you little... There you are. Because if there's one thing Ace knows about, it's medical education.
God damn it, Dover. Looks like I arrived just after lights out. We missed you, Dover.
Yes, we did. And he rolled better than fucking Layla did.
You know what? Shut your face.
Okay, yeah. So... I'm going to say that Toshiko and Ace are able to tell that these Pokemon are starving and extremely malnourished.
Okay.
They need a Pokemon Center.
Yeah, let's start taking them and getting them to a Pokemon Center.
Alright. And that already burns precious daylight, so we gotta get moving. Double time, let's go! Cece says, leading the charge.
Yes, ma'am.
Toshiko finishes picking up all the Pokeballs littered around the...
Mm-hmm. That reminds me, I'll take away... She ultimately only lost one Great Ball, but yeah.
Yeah, like, Cece threw 2 Great Balls that bounced away to nowhere that I will give back.
I'm back.
Welcome back, Ace. You caught Gotharita after the fight, and you were able to tell that it is excuse me, incredibly malnourished and needs a Pokemon Center and food immediately. So, you guys are rushing off.
Cool. Sorry about taking so long.
You're fine, don't worry. Quick question, what sort of Pokeball would you have used to catch Gotharita?
Probably one that I had most into my,
Likely a Great Ball.
Alright.
Well, yeah, because I don't think a basic ball would have worked.
I mean, it's possible for it to work.
Oh, okay, well then I probably would have used a basic ball to save
Alright, cool, yeah. Basic ball would work.
Yeah. Drenched.
Fantastic. Alright.
Yeah.
So with that,
Yeah.
you guys will make your way to the Saffron City Pokemon Center. And you will manage to arrive before the sun goes down.
Oh,
Hello?
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 Marco?
No. That's. I'm sorry, I should have clarified. That's what Layla's saying. Like, hello?
Okay.
Here?
That
Nerd?
was very ambiguous, so I can understand what just happened there.
It tracks for all of our internet like problems too, so that's why I was like, geez.
Mubby.
It's all good. So, when you
Hey,
arrive
Ruben.
at the Pokemon Center, you will see a trainer standing beside her Pokemon at the front desk, with the nurse looking somewhat distressed across from her. They appear to be having a conversation, and it seems it's loud enough to hear.
Eavesdrop.
Alright. Come on.
I think we're all just eavesdropping.
So the trainer will start. Come on, just let me have a room. You know I'm good for it. I'm sorry, Maroon, but I just can't. I want to help you, I do. But what? This is a Pokemon Center. You say all the time that this place is here to take care of people. It is, but the mayor's been on my case lately, and if I don't start enforcing policy and showing a profit, there may not be a Pokemon Center to care for people at all. Can't I, like, I don't know, open a tab or something? It's only 100 Pokedollars. I can literally pay that back tomorrow.
Toshiko walks up, slams
Yeah,
100
real quick, where are
Poké
we
dollars on the
entering
counter.
from?
I'm glad we all had the same idea.
Because I was about to do that too. I just don't know where we're entering from. Like, we are
Yeah.
all flush with cash.
Like,
Yeah,
Here,
also-
like, here.
Also,
the air
that's,
might get heavier.
also, that's another thing. I'm going to say at some point during your tour, the mayor brought you to a place where you could exchange your resources for currency in the city. Because
Cool.
they actually use currency here, not just resources.
I would have like probably did half, like just in case, because there's still
Mhm.
like places that don't take cash. But that still like leaves me a good amount.
No, that's fine. Cool, yeah. So you guys enter, and Toshiko's gonna go over and just slam down the money.
Like, Poké Center, profit, like, these
Yep.
are not... These are not great things.
No,
We
they're
will
not,
burn
because-
those to the
Do not
ground in the
issue it
future.
together.
In fact, Gen Ed check or Pokemon Ed check.
For all of us?
Yes, and trainers
So,
only.
well, let's say I'm not going to use Gen Ed because we'd be screwed.
It's, what, general, or what was the other option?
Pokemon Ed.
Okay. You know, your specialty. Hey, Jakob, you got better than Toshi!
All right, so all of you, believe it,
Finally, your time is now, old man.
so
The trainee surpasses the master.
So, believe it or not, all of you got enough to know this. So, even for those of you who don't know much about Pokemon or the old world, you do know that records very clearly state on all accounts, that Pokemon Centers were a public utility funded by the government and were free to use to the public. So a Pokemon Center charging is like unheard of, basically. In fact, let me look at all the, yeah, you guys, none of you can think of an instance of when a Pokemon Center actually charged people to use it, let alone focused on profit.
This just makes the mayor more shady to me, so AJ's gonna narrow his eyes, especially since he heard that. Yeah.
And Toshiko, I'm just gonna place you at the front desk, if that's alright.
Toshiko is seething.
Apparently, so is Apollo. Apollo is so distressed.
This is bullshit! Dad with the Bruce Russell! Anyway. Yeah, so, the nurse is going to react rather, surprised at your, aggressive generosity.
Generosity.
Did you want a room, or...
Toshiko points
You're...
at the woman who could
Yep.
not pay.
I think that means she's paying for her night.
Seriously? The woman asks Toshiko.
And Toshiko, like, it takes a little bit, but like she is slightly softening, like trying to take her mind off of her rage at the mayor and the profit margins to like actually talk. But yeah, Toshi turns and doesn't say anything and is just like slowly calming down a little bit, but nods.
What kind of Pokemon Center charges? Is this even a real Pokemon Center?
I know, right? It's such a load of Tauros crap. I know, I wish they could... This isn't what I signed on for, but... It's better than nothing, I guess. She says as she takes the money. Thank you, though. We both appreciate this. Yeah, we do! You guys are lifesavers!
You're welcome.
Yeah. Charge. What's the meaning of that?
Well, according to the mayor, it's to help keep the place up and running because she says that resources aren't cheap and that people should be wanting to put money into the Pokemon Center if they want it to stay.
We haven't
How
needed money for
dare
centuries. I would...
AJ's just gonna like silent and just very calm demeanor, but like he's quiet.
We haven't
And-
needed money for centuries. Why would we need it now?
Excuse me! You hear a voice say as you turn around and see this woman stomping towards the front desk. What do you think you're doing?
Can I help you, ma'am?
You can't pay for her!
Says who? It's our money. We can do what we want with it.
Nuh-uh. She has to pay for herself.
God.
She...
Oh, look at no. I'm sorry. I know you're about to have an argument, but look at your purse. It's a beautiful little thing. You're adorable.
Charm roll.
First impression.
Yup.
If this is happening, Layla is going to kind of nudge the woman and just kind of motion to like, just go get your room and get the fuck out of here.
Be gone.
Oh no.
Ouch!
Okay, yeah, she is going to just burn right through your compliment and generosity, and she's going to be like, don't you dare try and distract me and cover for her. I know what you're doing. I'm smarter than that.
I just get pushed to the side over here like a baby.
If that's the case, Layla...
You can't be paying for her. That's rewarding her bad
Hold on,
behavior
wait,
and
wait.
incentivizing.
When she says that she's smarter than that, that's when AJ's gonna come up and like be all like intimidating because he was quiet for a minute. And he's gonna be like, "You're smart? Really? Then shouldn't you know better?"
You be quiet. Adults are talking right now, and I want to speak to your manager.
That would
Anybody
be...
know how to be quiet or know how to teach me how to be quiet? Because I have yet to learn.
So I know that AJ is going to intimidate. To kind of help with this, as soon as she asks for the manager, Layla is going to step forward and loom and give an assist to Ace.
All right.
That's my adventure mom.
All right. Not Toshiko. Layla, intimidate.
Layla. Oh. With what is AJ's intimidate? Because I imagine that's going to be a bonus.
It is a 2.
Okay, so that'll be a +1. Come the dick on.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. It's easier to intimidate Garens than it is to charm them.
Sure.
Excellent.
She's going to sort of, like, be, like, silenced for a moment. You can't just...
You asked for the manager. I'm here. How can I help you?
Jakob's just going to fold his arms because he always tries to prevent this from happening, and he knows exactly what's about to go down.
And I need to make a
Speechless.
roll. Actually, no, there's no way. She has enough. She can't beat that intimidate with any focus. Are you really the manager?
Yeah, I lead this group. Do you have a problem with the way that I lead my section of the Rebuilder Corps?
Well, my husband is a general in the Rebuilder Corps, and you're gonna be in big trouble if he hears about this.
Perception check. Does she have a wedding ring?
Okay, yeah. Go.
I failed it, but we should all just immediately look at her hand.
I may be okay.
Yeah, no.
Let's see. Are you really the manager? You're gonna doubt me.
Layla and Jakob both look at each other for a second, and both their eyes immediately go down to look at her hand.
Oh, absolutely. Which, by the way,
No, he is less out Vlad. But also, yeah, both Ace and Layla. Yeah, she does have a wedding ring.
If your husband is really so important, you must not be if you're throwing his name around to protect you.
What? Sorry, out of character. Holy shit, that was just a smack.
Guile.
Rough.
I would high five you if I could.
That is
I was drinking something, and I just undrank something.
Guile.
Oh.
Guile. Okay.
Good. I can only get like 2 better, that's all.
It's fine. So, is this how your business treats its customers?
You're my customer?
She says, like, asking the nurse. The business policy clearly states that as long as someone is paying for their room, or if the room is paid, as long as someone pays for her room, she's allowed to stay. That's what our policy says. But you can't,
We can't. Layla's going to
If you
lean
wanna
down. I imagine Layla towers over this woman.
Mhm.
Layla is going to lean down. By this company's policy, we are adhering exactly to the rules. You, as a paying customer, do not have to give your business here. You, ma'am, are free to leave.
I'm telling my husband
That is-
about you! And then she's just gonna sort
Go
of like
ahead.
slink back over into her little corner over here.
Do make sure you say my name right.
Holy shit, I think I'm in love with like all of you guys right now, says Cece. I know, right? Says the stranger.
So the doorway was right here, right?
The doorway was down here.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
So that means the husband is here.
I just look at Robin. I'm gonna walk over. I'm gonna hand him 2 to 3 little snacks. Be like, "You've had a really long day, buddy. You should take a little nap, okay?"
Layla,
He will grab them, shove them in his face, and then collapse right in front of the door. I am gonna need you to move your Snorlax, though, sir.
Oh, do you have a poker flute? He's sleeping.
Let me check the back.
Could we have a second? Could we have time?
at that point, Layla is just gonna like shoo the woman, like Maroon, just be like, "Go, just go."
Thanks again, you guys. That was awesome. I'm Maroon, by the way.
Layla,
And this is my partner, Zatu. Zah! It's so cool! Zatu.
Fran will say hello.
Since the end of that conversation, Toshiko has been looking rather uncomfortable, just kind of like hugging herself, but at the mention of Zatu, she just looks over and takes a picture.
Zatu is going to see you take a picture of it. It's going to look at you for a second. Just going to like sort of hop over to you slightly. And then it is going to embrace you in its wings.
Toshiko hugs back
And
and,
it gives-
channels.
And it gives you
Hey.
bird nuzzles.
Hey, Toshi. We'll take care of the room. How about you go say hello to our new friend and make sure she gets to her room, okay?
Toshiko nods.
Alright. So, you guys go find a room.
Yeah, Layla will just kind of go to the counter with just an annoyed look on his face and just mention on her face and say, "Look, Mayor Hattori said that we could be put up for free for the night as representatives of the Vermilion Red Cloister. We are Fire Team Charizard. Apparently, we have reservations."
I see, says the nurse, coming back with poke flute in hand. Let me go and just check that real quick. Please wait a second, sorry.
Does she leave the poke flute?
She does.
Layla will take it and just kind of like she'll take it and just keep it like out of sight, like behind the desk.
Mm-hmm. She'll, the nurse will sort of, click at the computer a little bit, and then she'll smile as she looks back. Alright, yeah, I see right here. Fire Team Charizard. Yep, you're all set.
Before
Toshi?
we
Oh, sorry,
go
ahead.
anywhere, Ace is gonna hand out the Pokeball that has the injured Pokemon.
Oh yeah.
These guys needed help, and so we had to capture them so that way they can get the help they needed.
Alright, well, that'll be $10 for the healing. Oh, wait, that's right, you're on the mayor's dime. Very well then.
You know what? While you're at it, why don't you do the premium care for them?
Unfortunately, I can only give you what the mayor has assigned for you, but it's not like we have a whole lot of package levels. We only just opened up.
You know what? How about you take care of all of our Pokemon? She's gonna give them everyone except for Ariel, because I think Ariel's the only one who hasn't been hurt. And she will actually take out Ariel and just kind of swirl her around her like a bougie scarf.
I'm gonna join you
A
with
very
everybody
heavy,
that...
meaty bushy scarf.
Cool, I can whip... No, I'm not gonna do that. I wouldn't do that. Hey, Laxby, welcome!
Laxby!
Erebus.
Toshi,
The
do
leader.
you have a second maybe to come talk with me?
Who?
Toshiko.
Toshiko looks up as she's walking beside Zatu and just kind of
Jakob kind of nods his head in this direction off to the side.
turns to confirm that Maroon is good on her own, and
Yeah, Maroon
Yeah.
nods and gives you a thumbs up.
Toshiko will come over and follow.
Alright. Heavens, your Dratini is a bit overweight. What have you been feeding it?
Layla's gonna kind of look offended. She is...
I'm sorry, I didn't mean anything by it. It's just, well, it is my job to look out for the health of Pokemon, and it does appear to be a rather larger than the average Dratini.
I mean, larger doesn't always mean worse off. She's been able to get around fine. Unless there's any other health problems she has, she's fine just the way she is.
As you say, she's able to get around fine. You see you're just like flopping like an elephant seal onto the desk.
She's still getting around, isn't she?
Alright,
Well-
I give her my 3 Pokeballs. Sorry, I needed the reference so I know which character seat to jump to.
It's fine. Alright, I'll examine her and see if everything's alright. Enjoy your
Layla-
stay.
Layla is keeping Angel. She hasn't had any
Oh.
she hasn't had any injuries. She is fine.
Oh, never mind then. then she doesn't say that. Cool. Alright. And so, as you guys are putting your Pokemon up for the night and heading to your rooms, I think
Real
this
quick,
is good.
I was going to do the quick talk over with Toshi.
Okay, sure.
Look, Toshi, let's skip everything that starts the small talk. We're both uncomfortable in this place, and we know it. And Jakob's going to be looking towards the doorway as he kind of does this lower, hush talking, closer in with Toshi.
She nods in agreement.
Putting an arm over Toshi's shoulder and bringing her in pretty close. Whatever I can do to help you as far as trying to maybe get into their computers, find out something, we need to. Something rubs me wrong about this place, and I don't know, it seems like almost some kind of industrialized health, some kind of industrialized factory of getting their Pokemon hurt and then making them feel better through this. It seems almost like some kind of pain cult.
We've got signal again. I'll get Datum, and we can maybe see if we can look in the computers.
Whatever I can do to get your back, it'll happen.
All right. So,
that's all I have.
No, that's
so,
fine.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's fine. That's actually perfect. So with that, I think this is as good a time as any to take our break.
All right, sounds like an excellent idea.
Drinks from her canteen because she's getting dehydrated with all the crying she's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, poor Toshi.
So, what are we thinking of tonight so far?
I'm enjoying this.
And my blood pressure is rising every single time I learn more and more about this mayor.
I hate it. It's
Mhm.
fantastic.
No, I hate it. I hate it so much that I love it.
Oh,
This
just
place
you
is
wait.
creepy.
Just you wait. It's only gonna get worse.
Good.
Oh,
Good.
Toshi, are you down for burning this town with me when we leave? Just, or is this a me thing?
Well,
We can't hurt people. We can't hurt the Pokemon.
We have a lot. We have a lot to discuss when we get to our rooms, guys. We have a lot to discuss.
yep, and y'all can discuss that either
I
over
will
break.
take Snorlax back because I thought they were going to be needed.
Yeah, don't
Sorry.
worry. She brought out a Pokeflute, by the way, so.
Good that I know that we have one now.
Yeah,
We should steal it.
Layla. Layla basically took it.
Don't steal from the Pokemon Center, guys.
Yeah, don't steal from the Pokemon Center. That's AJ's job.
Hey, I don't steal.
In any
Okay.
case, we will-
Kinetically reappropriate.
so, I'm thinking we'll be back around,
Should do top
7
of the
minutes.
hour. Top of the hour.
top of the hour, yeah.
See you then.
Yep.
Oh, excuse me. Brandon, I'm just going to tell you, I'm enjoying tonight because it is making me feel so good. I'm also playing, not right now, obviously, because I'm doing this with y'all, but I'm playing Outer Worlds, and this is giving me such, like, vibes of all the choices I've made in Outer Worlds, so I'm just kind of like, is there a way that I can generally free the population by overthrowing this one lady?
Oh, yeah, no, this is very much, carrying similar themes as, the Outer Worlds, though it might actually go a bit further than Outer World does sometimes, but that's also just the beauty of tabletop RPGs. You guys aren't bound by coding or any other such, like, game developer decisions that had to be just kind of, like, put within a game that they could do, let alone...
Oh, right, no, like, so I played it for the first time, like, well, not for the first time. First time I played it was on my birthday last year when I got it. But, I played it since then, and I actually got further. Like, I actually ended Edgewater, the first place you go to. And I didn't know there was a third option, and I'm glad I looked it up before I found out, because the third option was basically to send the power to Edgewater and have the gardens lady take over, which is what I did, because I didn't want to screw over the people of Edgewater, but at the same time, I didn't want to, like, have the gardens, like, die. And so I found out that that was an option, and I'm like, oh my god, yes! And now I'm at a Groundbreaker, and I'm doing, like, all these, like, I'm doing the missions, because I just got my ship back. So that way I can, overthrow the order or whatever it is. I don't remember, but like I'm trying really hard to have the people benefit
Mm-hmm.
in the best way possible.
Yep. I get you.
So like
Good
hearing
stuff.
this, I'm just kind of like, ooh, no.
Yeah, no, this game is definitely building towards trying to get you guys that opportunity, but it's not gonna come easy.
Oh no, it never does. There's such thing as a price.
Also, you guys don't know what you're fully up against yet either.
Not even a little bit. There are so many unknowns with the threats. Like, I wrote a report for Toshi to send to Commander Surge tonight, but like it's just like there's so many unknowns.
I don't know.
It's
I think
okay,
you've only
yours is
encountered
probably gonna sound-
you've only encountered an unknowns like twice, and that was both times in the tower.
Hey.
It's okay, Alex. Like, literally, yours is going to be the most professional report. And mine is going to be like, the audacity of this bitch. Now listen else what else she is doing. Commander Surge is going to appreciate you a lot more than he's going to appreciate me. But AJ only reports when he feels personally offended that somebody needs to take charge of something. Otherwise, he leaves the reports to you because he knows that you won't put emotion into it.
Fucking Toshiko is like, in conclusion, the city leaves me in a state of great distress, and I very much worry for the safety of both the people and this Pokemon, as well as the competency, let alone ethics, of this government. Ace.
Not like...
And Ace.
I've got the report I can read to you if
No,
you
no.
like.
No, no. And then I'm just gonna jump, and I'm like, and it's like with Ace. And on top of that, her hair is ugly and she smells!
I don't think he'd kind of like diss her hair or anything because he knows nothing about fashion, but he most definitely would talk about how she smells.
The Lion, the Witch, and the audacity.
Indeed. That's basically the catchphrase for this table, more or less.
Okay, so let me hit you with something else, all right? Since we're just coming back from breaks, this is an important time. So, like, you know how a lot of things that are illegal because they're immoral, right? Like murder, it's immoral, it's illegal, that kind of thing. But it makes me wonder, what's the defining line? It's a gray area. Where is the kind of switch that turns it over?
Apologies, I'm back.
And I think that when it comes down to what is immoral versus what is illegal, I think the exact line is farting in a maternity ward, because that's not illegal, but it really feels like it should be.
What conversation did I come back into?
Welcome back, everybody!
Come on, rebuilders!
Right. Yeah, I'm scooting the mic closer because I can't see my little thingy pop up sometimes.
Alright, well, on that note, I guess, looks like we're all back. Shall we get right into it?
I guess so.
Listen, I'm America's sweetheart.
In any case, let us get back to the matter at hand then, shall we?
Can I turn this off, or are you still watching TV now that it's done storming? Okay, question answered.
Alright.
Guess I'm still have the IT crowd in the background, so if you can hear it, let me know and I'll turn it down.
Fuck yeah, IT crowd. But anyway. Holy shit.
It was the Lesser of Two Evils. I've watched it like 1,000 times, so it won't distract me.
Anyway, so, we open back up to the Pokemon Center, and, back in the lobby, real quick, before she departs, Maroon is gonna turn to you guys and say, so, thanks again for covering my room tonight. I really appreciate it. I promise I can pay you guys back tomorrow.
Hey, no.
Dude,
You've
don't
got
worry
no
about
need
it.
to pay us back at all. Nothing
You're in
at
the
all.
other room.
Oh, we kind of moved towards that doorway there, but totally go ahead, sorry.
Layla's gonna turn to her and be like, no, don't worry about it.
If you feel like you really must pay us back, just keep being you. Forget what the mayor says.
We're not in this
That's
for money.
paying me back.
we're in this to help people. You guys are the real ones, aren't you? Well, in that case, then, at the very least, if you have any questions about the city, feel free to ask me. I was born and raised in Yellow Cloister, and I've been driving and delivering throughout the city ever since we opened up. Me and
There's
Zatu.
going to be a spark behind Layla's eyes, and she's gonna say, "You know what? Come by our room later. We might want to get a better lay of the land. I think right now you're the best person to do that."
Yeah, sure. Whenever. Can I get your Pokegear information?
Sure thing.
Alright. So, you registered Maroon's number in your Pokegear.
Ace is
Awesome.
going to make gestures towards Layla, like, you like. Like, there's nothing coming out of his mouth, but you can definitely see, like, the gesture.
Layla's just gonna raise an eyebrow and point to CC, giving an indication like her.
I
See-
flip you off and walk away.
She's just gonna look between you and Ace, and she's like, "Something you want to tell me about?"
Nope. Let's go to bed.
Kids being kids.
Yeah, bedtime actually does sound pretty nice.
Say
Night-
bye, Ariel.
Night, Ariel. Night, Layla. Night, Maroon. Nice meeting you. Good night, Zatu. Night, Cece, was it? Yeah, Cece. And so, you guys will all retire to your rooms. And
Are they separate rooms or are they the same room?
I'll let you guys pick. They have bunks, otherwise you can all be in separate rooms.
I mean, I imagine a couple of us would probably share a room, but
Mhm.
Layla is going to want everybody together in one of the rooms to kind of debrief and discuss.
Alright. So then, Toshiko and Jakob, you will see yourselves joined shortly after your conversation concludes by the rest of your team.
Toshi is on her Pokegear looking if she can access home.
She can. You have internet and full access to home.
Layla
Beautiful.
will make sure the door is closed behind her. Like, I imagine we were going into the bedroom, it's just everybody, all the sprites were here. So Layla will make sure the door is closed.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Everybody get it out. Speak your mind about this place. And let's figure shit out.
It's... Well, the climate is better than Vermilion, but the society is... nothing like even Red Cloister. What the heck happened here?
Cruel.
I'm not
You
even
okay?
sure if this is really a society. This seems more like people who are kept in line by fear.
That lady didn't look like she was afraid. It looked like she was enjoying this life.
Compliance or fear, those are both ways to keep people in line.
AJ is off in a corner, furiously typing.
It's... Why would a society not want to take care of all of its people? And Pokemon?
They don't care. There are tears running down Toshi's cheeks.
Oh, Toshiko.
Alright.
Boom. Flop, flop, flop. Nuzzle, nuzzle.
Oh, hey, Ariel. You sweet baby girl.
Toshi gives Ariel some pets.
Layla's gonna sigh. Listen, guys. I really hate to say it, but technically, they have been successful within the Rebuilders mission. They've been able to make a sustainable living environment out on the surface. None of us agree with their methods. We all think it's abhorrent. No one is disputing that. But unless we find something incredibly damning about what they're doing, it's going to be a hard sell to get Surge on our side about this.
It is short-sighted.
Short-sighted?
We have to reestablish the bonds between people and Pokemon, and they are sundering that trust.
No one is disagreeing with you about that, Toshi. But right now, the way I see it, we have two options here. One, we stay and try and dig some dirt up on them. All of us have a bad feeling about this, and we can try and expose them for the bastards that they are. But we might be very hard-pressed to do so. We may not even find anything.
We're also still here on a mission. And we have to complete it, one way or another.
There is a second option. We'll need to discuss it with Surge, but I think there's a second option.
Oh?
Blue Cloister.
I mean, I figured that was going to be on our agenda regardless.
True.
People here, he's going to want to make contact.
He wants us to make contact with as many of the cloisters as we can. Blue Cloister is one of them, and Blue Cloister might even be a higher priority because they've been MIA. No communications have gone with them. And while she says this next line with incredible disdain, while I'm certain that Mr. Caesar is a capable man, he is still one man, and honestly, I would rather someone of the Rebuilder Corps go check on the cloister than someone of Spectrum.
I was actually just gonna say, like, the fact that Caesar is out there, he may be taking steps ahead. We
are definitely behind him. That's true. And we will definitely have to make up for it. But we need to decide.
Right. So then it sounds like for now we should all just try and get a good night's sleep, clear our heads, and take on tomorrow and whatever it may bring best we can. No one said being a rebuilder was going to be easy, and rebuilding the world even more so.
We need to decide where our priorities lie. But I think we should at least talk to Surge first. We need to... I know you guys sent him a message, but I think we need an actual report.
I agree. I think it's best we talk to him in the morning, then.
Yeah, give him time to process.
Well, that'll also give us time to rest and recuperate. It'll do us no good to report to Surge when our heads are all muddled and rushing from everything that's gone on. And you know what they say, cool heads always prevail.
Layla's gonna get a worried look at Toshi.
Toshi is squeezing Ariel, who has got plenty of blubber to absorb the squeeze, but she's squeezing pretty hard.
Ariel almost looks kind of like one of those stress toys, but she doesn't look like she's uncomfortable in any way. It's sort of like when you're cuddling like a dog that has like a lot of like floof and skin, and you just like mush it all, and it's just like laying there and relaxed, and it doesn't even care. It barely actually even notice, and it probably even enjoys it to a degree.
Aww. Her baby.
Yeah, Toshi's not gonna hurt a Pokemon.
No, she never would.
And if she was hurt, she would let you know.
Yep.
Alright, so with that, Cece will motion to adjourn the meeting and turn in for the night.
Hey, Jakob, can I talk to you outside?
Outside here or outside the building?
Just outside the room.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Alright.
AJ, you good in here?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Layla will take Jakob outside.
I'm gonna head to bed. If you guys need anything, I'll be in my room.
Night.
Night. And we will cut over to Jakob and Layla.
So, that girl that we helped out, she's born and bred Yellow Cloister. I think before we make a decision, we should at least learn as much about this place as we can. She seems like our best bet.
The way she acts seems very different from the way the others that are born and bred of this place act, and there's got to be some reason for that. I think you're right. I think we should try and find out as much as we can about what makes them so different from the rest of the people here.
Yeah, I caught that too. Honestly, I think Toshi just needs some time to herself.
A lot of people have been stressed. Having a night off will be good. If it's all the same to you, I kind of still feel like we may need to keep watch. I'm not comfortable here.
I am inclined to agree about that.
How long are we going to sleep? 8 hours? We don't have to tell the others. I can do the first 4, you can do the second 4.
That's fine. We can do that. Do you want to meet with Maroon now or later?
Later. People need time to rest, to refresh before tomorrow.
I know that you're right, and I hate it.
I'm not right very often, so you should relish this moment.
All right. Wake me when you're ready.
Absolutely.
Alright. And so, before we go further into that, Toshiko, would you mind giving us your report?
Ariel is going to stay with Toshi, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Brandon, I'm going to be sending you a private message in a minute.
You got it.
New threats. Fire Team Charizard Field Report 5. New threats. Team Satellite, Old World Garb and Tech, bullies, motive unknown, tried to steal our Pokemon, link to fight data with pictures. Hierophant of Giratina, interrupted our sleep, capable of teleporting, summoned an avatar of Giratina, dangerous. Spectrum / Mayor Hattori of Saffron, sundering the trust we are trying to rebuild. Utopia at expense of Pokemon is dystopic, selfish, uncaring, entitled, exploitative. Charge for use of Poke Centers. Don't understand damage they are causing to ecosystem, chances of future alliances. Don't understand we must earn our place in a world that has changed. Totem Seeking warned us of danger associated with symbol discovered to be badge of Spectrum. Mysterious Stranger gave cryptic warning of deception, misplaced ambition in Saffron. Saved an Espeon defending nest from Spectrum expansion. Mayor attempted to use ominous black Pokeball. Strange Alliance. Rescued Githago, Superior Lieutenant, previously encountered, see Field Report 3, from assault by Team Satellite. Beaten, with his Servine stolen from him, we helped him, and that's where I stopped writing that bit of the report. But yeah, and she'd say something about circuitry, and she'd then give like the chronicle of the play-by-play, which is less important to
Right.
stuff.
Cool. Very awesome. Then in that case, everyone will eventually head to bed, and even those doing a watch, you will eventually find yourselves dozing off at one point.
Can Jakob make some kind of check to feel like he's about to doze off?
Focus.
Can I make a different check?
Nope.
Shit.
Not bad.
You definitely feel like it's hard for you to keep your eyes open.
But I feel
Layla?
like I'm about to sleep, right?
Yeah.
I eat a chesto berry immediately
All right.
to
Do you
cure
want-
any kind of sleep and drowsiness, and I am definitely about... I know what you're about to say, and I think we're on the same page. As soon as I start feeling sleepy, I'm going to get Layla.
Yeah, I was about to say, do you want Layla to also make a focus roll, or because Jakob has already made it, Layla's already asleep and doesn't need to?
Nope, I am waking Layla up. Layla ain't sleeping.
All right.
Are we moving over to the rooms that are kind of up over on this side as well?
Yeah. But
Okay, if we can, Layla and Jakob are gonna take the same central room that's 2 beds, just that way, so when one wakes up, the other can move in without disturbing any other rooms.
sounds legit.
That's
And-
cool.
Yep. In any case, though, as you all eventually sleep at some point or another, you will
Don't you dare.
all have a
Don't you dare.
dream.
God damn it.
Oh, yes.
I don't like it.
Thanks, I hate it.
Just hear me out. First, I'm just gonna get Maroon and Zatu to bed. Get out of here. There we go. Now then.
Toshi, come to bed. There we go.
Alright. Now then. Let's see. No, that's not right.
Things I absolutely hate it.
Oh my god, I have to type this joke
Here we are.
in Discord for y'alls.
Oh dear.
So. You will.
Fuck you, Dover.
You will all dream that you are walking with your team on the way to Saffron City. Place yourselves on the map. Also, what did Dover say? Alright, as you go to sleep, the party dies, then... What do you mean you will
Wait a
die?
minute,
You
is
just
this a
heard-
dream realm? Is this a dream realm? I need to know.
Yes.
Okay, then I must put Jakob as he is imagining himself right now.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Alright, as you go to sleep, the party then dies. What do you mean we all die? You just sort of choked and died. Probably a trap of some sort. Wait a minute, does this have something to do with that I owe you $5?
To be
Nah, I'm not
honest,
that mean.
I'm not unconvinced that we're not tripping.
You may need to change the scale of the picture I'm about to put. However, Jakob has been imagining this for a moment, and he still needs the resources to make it happen.
Yes!
I am not that large as a human, however.
No, Jakob is this size in the dream. It's perfectly natural. You guys are fine with it.
Yes, Jakob's huge. There we go.
He's always been this way.
Yeah, by the way.
I'm big boned.
Nothing about this seems unordinary to you right now.
Okay.
So I'll get CC in there too. Give me a second.
If this becomes a nightmare and Darkrai shows up, you catch up.
Oh my god.
Quick ball.
That's not CC.
Excuse me a minute, I'm just gonna take some unrelated notes real quick.
Dover! Look what you've done.
Alright.
Darkrai is actually totally one of my favorite Pokemon from the game, so a normal type Darkrai would be sweet.
Well, that'd be normal Rai then. Anyway, there she is. Now then. So, you are all walking along, and as you do, you will eventually encounter an old man along the side of the stream, sitting and resting somewhat weakly. He looks up at you and smiles. Greetings, travelers. Fine day, isn't it?
Everything's so colorful here.
We've never seen this man before, have we?
No.
As
You
Robin and Jakob stomp forward, they will both look down towards the man and give him a big smile, and Robin will offer his hand out for a handshake.
Oh, much obliged there, son. He will take Robin's hand and rise to his feet. You see that the man is wearing very ragged old cloth and like patches of like fur. He does not appear to be to have modern or fresh attire, let's say.
It's an absolute pleasure to meet you. To what do we owe this pleasure?
Oh, I'd say it's merely a chance of fate. What is your name, by the way, youngsters?
Well, my name is Jakob. This is Robin. He's my best friend. That over there is Toshiko and Psyche. Over there is AJ and Eris. Layla and Angel. My friends Cece and Polly. And then Zinnia. We're all extremely happy to meet you.
Hi. It's a pleasure to meet you all. You may call me Vara. By chance, would you be happening to head towards, the northern direction, I see? You are?
We were just actually all kind of walking, talking, sharing a few things to eat. Would you happen to care to join us while we keep going north?
Oh, you'd be kind enough to have me along. That I was actually... Excuse me. I was actually just about to ask. There's a city up north, not too far from here, and, well, my home is in that city, and I'd very much like to return to it, but my old bones have been giving out on me lately. If you could escort me back, I'd be very much appreciative, but sadly I don't have much I can offer in return.
Do you have any stories?
Oh, stories? Certainly, I have plenty.
Then you have more than we could ever ask for in return. Please join us. While this happens, by the way, Jakob is giving Layla extreme side-eye about this situation.
Oh yeah, no, Layla does not trust this in the slightest.
Alright.
What else is new?
Come in.
So, Vara will join your party for now, and he will walk alongside Robin and Jakob, sort of leaning on Robin for support, if not being somewhat lightly carried by Robin.
He has power class 13. Just pick up.
Mhm.
Literally post-legendary level power class. Just whoop.
So, you guys will then continue on your journey towards Saffron City. I can't tell you how much this means to me and how appreciative I am. I'd thought maybe a small drink of water might help me get my energy back, but sadly it seems age is a crueler mistress than I'd anticipated. Hey, it's alright. Nothing wrong with getting old. And it's nothing wrong with relying on others, too, right? A heart like yours needs to be shared these days, young lady.
Layla is walking in a way that she's trying to keep him in sight, to keep an eye on him, while also trying to keep watch of everything else.
If we may, I'd like to try and Layla will understand this pretty implicitly from the body language. I want to let Layla have a line of sight to him, like she currently does, but keep Robin within, just a couple feet of being able to intercept if something comes down to it.
Sure.
Yep, that's exactly what she's going for.
Cool, that works out great.
That said, along your journey, the old man's going to look back to you and he's going to ask, "Is there something the matter, young ma'am?"
To me or to someone else?
To Layla. He's asking Layla. Because he's apparently noticing the intense focus.
I got
young
to.
man, so I was
Yeah,
confused.
you said young man, so I'm like.
No, I said young ma'am.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
sorry.
Okay, I heard
My
the name
bad.
too.
No, I looking back, I definitely should have, chose different wording, but whatever. Is something the matter?
just hyper aware.
It is good
Things
to be...
have-
Oh, sorry.
Things have been dangerous lately.
Yes, it's a dangerous world out here. But I suppose that's nothing new. Even back home, things had a certain element of danger to them. Wild
Where are you-
Pokemon, greedy people.
Where are you from?
Me? I hail from the Alola region.
How did you get all the way over here?
I mean, look at this man. He has wisdom, he's a traveler. I'm sure there's been many more places just aside from here in Alola that he's been to.
I have been places... I've been a great many places. Places I never dreamed possible.
Where are we?
I believe we're in the Kanto
walking
region.
to a town. Yes, we're just walking north to the town we all were planning to go to, right, Ace?
Right. He says, like, looking very confused, but knowing better.
Do we recognize that this is a dream?
Not at the moment, no, but I could have you roll focus to see if you can, be aware
I
of
would
your
like to
dream
do that
state.
right away because Jakob is already very concerned about this person who he has not met, who is from a place he is not familiar with at all.
Alright.
Never mind, Jakob is big, stupid himbo and brain empty, only friendship.
Could I argue intuition for sensing the
I'll allow it.
mind state?
I literally can only roll just two better
away from
once
my
again.
So far, you got the best of us.
I know. That's, I'm playing well. Well, no, now there's Toshi.
Alright.
Wonder if Cece notices.
She is the dream.
She is the dream. She's your dream.
She's dreamy.
He's
Nope.
Well-
So, Ace, you get a feeling something is off, but you can't quite focus your mind enough to really figure it out. Toshiko, though, through your own focus and studies and your own mental discipline, you are now aware that you are dreaming. So this is now effectively a lucid dream for you.
Toshi takes in the environment again, looking around, but doesn't say anything.
So, now then, did you want a story now or later? Actually, you know what? Before that, can I ask a question real quick?
Oh, of course. Jakob rolled a 3. I'm gonna be so in for this whole thing. Like, let's go.
Well, I certainly appreciate your generosity to no end. Why would a group of strangers such as you help an old man whom you've never met before, such as me? For all you know, I could be some decoy or some bandit leader or... You don't know what I could be.
Of course, but if I may, with no disrespect, the older of our society, those whom have been around for much longer, are some of the most important and vital sources of information that we could ever have. Anything that we can do to help someone like you is our duty.
So you're helping me to learn from me.
Trying to make the world a better place.
We are helping you to preserve something that is a treasure to the world.
I see. He then looks to Layla and Ace for their answers. And what of you? Do you share their sentiments? Or do you have your own reasons? Or do you even agree with them?
There's a moment where it's brief and it's subtle, but Layla feels a slight sense of guilt. As I said, there are many dangers, and I'm making sure that there are none. For you and for us.
It's good to be wary. Not everyone is honest, unfortunately. And such dishonest people will take advantage of the honest. Sometimes even make them into the dishonest ones without them even realizing it.
You know, I have a pretty good reason for being honest, if I may share it with you. I know someone of your wisdom knows so much already, but may I?
Of course.
I'm very lazy.
Now that is a reason if ever I heard one, young man.
Every single time I lie, I have to remember something new, and then I have to keep remembering that for a very long time in case I ever meet that person again. And then if I lie to even more people, I have to remember even more things. And what if the lie is connected? I want to go to sleep. I'd like to relax. It's all too much.
Indeed. Lies are more trouble than they're worth.
Yeah, if only everyone believed that.
What of you, young lass? What are your reasons?
Do I need one? You ask for help, we help you. It's simple as that. You've shown me no reason that you're anything but genuine, and even then you needed help. We can't just let you by. We can't just leave you.
Simple, yet pure. There is clarity in your wisdom. Even if, well, even if things may not always be so simple.
Sometimes they are.
Sometimes.
At this point, you will start getting closer towards the city itself. And as you do,
Sorry, hang on. And as you do, you will suddenly be stopped and confronted by the guards outside. Just a second. No. Oh, wait. God bless it. There we are. Sorry. Okay, or don't appear on the map. That works too.
Of course they are. Of course they are.
There we are. So then, as you approach the city, they will approach you and say, "Halt right there! Stay where you are and don't move!"
We halt.
Toshi's eyes narrow.
What is the meaning of this? That man that you harbor with you is a criminal. He's been exiled from the city.
For what crimes?
I don't know what they're talking about. Sorry, hang on a second. I've done nothing wrong. I simply left I left for a walk and
Layla's going to address the guards. What were his crimes?
Never you mind.
So, real fat. We can't come inside, right?
If you're traveling with him and trying to bring him in, that makes you criminals too. But if you're handing him over to us, he won't be able to escape justice. No.
Well, we're not necessarily traveling with him. I just want to, as long as we don't go in your town, there's no problem. I don't want to cause any kind of offense, please.
Please, I just want to get home. I don't know what this is about. Shut up! Shut up, old man. Don't let him fool you.
You're the ones not telling us for what crimes he's committed. So I'll ask you again. For what crimes?
Alright,
Can I do an intuition check to see, what's going... I don't know how to explain it, but just, to be whose side is on, who seems more shady, the old man or the guards? That would be intuition, right?
Yeah. And Layla, roll me Intimidate.
Just to explain, Robin and Jakob are moving forward, and he's going to sit down directly in front of the two guards with himself and then also the old man on Robin's other shoulder and go, "Then we're going to stay right outside of your town, right here."
Layla is already tensing, her hand on Caliburn. That was a terrible intimidation.
Well, I also said that you could have rolled command. I might have gotten drowned out, though.
Oh, okay. Had I known that, I would have absolutely done command.
I'll let you do it.
Okay.
The same result.
Not like it matters!
Alright. So, yeah. Still, the guards will turn to you and say, "Hey, if you must know, that man happens to be the leader of one of the most notorious gangs in the city." "I am not a gang leader. I'm just an old man who wants to go home, and you're keeping me from it." Ace?
What gang are you talking about?
Yes.
It's a little tough to say, but something about your brain leads you to have more distrust for the guards than the old man. Even if you don't really fully trust the old man, you know that the uniform and the symbol that those guards wear has been pretty bad news so far. even though you've not seen them before.
AJ's kind of gonna go up a little bit and like between obviously like Snorlax is in between them, but like next to him and be like, what's the likes of you picking on an old man?
We're simply doing our duty and enforcing the laws of the city and keeping its people safe. By knocking an old man out of his home, you are no mere old man and you know it. You are liars and you know it.
Hey, everybody should calm down, okay? Nothing is gonna be solved by people getting angry and people fighting.
Psyche crackles with electricity. It doesn't matter.
No, please. Let's try and discuss this, please.
This is a dream.
Why do you hate old people?
Ace is going to perk up looking back at Toshiko. You said that out loud.
Yeah, that like Toshi
yeah.
said that out loud. We have to continue.
Can we get can we get some kind of check, like, again,
Yeah.
to notice?
Yeah,
Okay.
focus roll or intuition roll?
Oh, hey, yay, focus.
Can we get some kind of bonus from Toshi?
Yeah, I was gonna say get a +2.
Can I get a plus? Hold on, wait. Can I get a +3? Because I already know that this may or may not be a dream. Something's off.
I'll allow it.
Okay, so that's 7, 8, 9, 10. I got a 10.
All right, Layla has a 12. So 10, 11, 12.
All right. As Toshi says this, it sounds bizarre, but then you realize Jakob's fucking enormous. The environment doesn't look anything like Storm River. You know those guards' uniforms, and you know that you are in Saffron City right now. Or at least you were yesterday.
What? Hold on. I have an idea. Robin, can you put them in your snack pack?
No. Wait, what are you...
Blitzy, snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, you're in a snack pack. Snack back to reality.
Oh my
And
lord.
we start moving.
Vara is then going to look towards Toshiko, and he's going to smile. You're quite clever, young lady. How long have you known?
Toshi smiles. A while.
Wait,
Shortly after. Yeah.
Layla's gonna look between the old man and Toshi. He's like, wait, you knew too?
I felt it.
No, she's talking to the old man. Like, you knew too?
Oh.
Of course I did. I built it. And then you guys are going to wake up.
Jakob wakes up in a cold sweat with a start. He breathes in heavily. He looks towards Robin and sees if there are 2 abducted humans inside of the snack pack.
Nope. Robin is just
He breathes a sigh
sleeping.
of relief.
Robin is sleeping as soundly as ever.
I imagine when Jakob goes to wake Layla up, Caliburn is tightly wrapped around her arm.
I imagine her fist is around Caliburn, if anything.
When AJ wakes up, he's going to rush to the room that he knows Layla and Jakob are in. There's no knocking. There's bursting in.
By the way, though, sorry.
Right?
By the way, though, Layla, you'd have been awake for the rest of the night, but you still would have had that same dream.
Yeah, no, I realize that. Caliburn is not leaving her hand anymore.
AJ's gonna burst in. You guys dreamed that too, right?
I think so? Oh god, can't we just have a nice nonsensical dream and not something fucking with us?
No, what do you think this is, Layla?
You know what? I don't know, Ace. I don't.
I have to go ask Toshiko and Cece if they had the same dream. I'll be back.
Alright.
Layla's gonna just look to Jakob. None of us are gonna sleep after that, are we?
No, I'm probably going to sleep pretty well.
Lucky you. And Layla will get out and start her walk.
This time I knock.
Yep. Cece will open the door. Good morning, Ace. You look like you've seen a ghost.
You guys had that dream too, right? Like me and Layla and Jakob?
Toshiko nods.
I mean, I don't know. I had this weird dream where Jakob was enormous and he was riding in.
Yeah, that's the one with the old man.
Wait, what? How do you guys know about my dream?
Because I'm psychic, Cece.
When did that happen?
No, just move out of the way really quick.
I'm gonna. Is this psychic Pokemon just standing there creepily, like whoa, 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 or are they not?
No, they're in their own room.
And I think Zatu also sleep with their eyes open, so even more creepy.
God bless.
Such a good burb.
Arb.
Anyway, Jakob, you were gonna do something, or?
No, nothing especially at the moment. I was just moving forward.
All right. Then in that case, AJ, you were gonna do something as you entered the room.
Yes.
What was it?
Don't you think it's strange that every time we all share a dream, something happens?
I think it's strange that we're sharing dreams in the first place.
Okay.
If you have a powerful enough psychic source, it can communicate with people when they're receptive. The REM state is usually a lot more resonant. It's difficult to talk about metaphysical things in scientific terms.
I want to understand half of them anyway, Toshi, so I really appreciate it. Anyways, don't you think we should probably keep our eyes peeled for anything that's similar to that dream? I mean, think about last time when we shared a dream together.
Something about that old man's coat did look kind of familiar, says Zinnia.
Toshiko turns very interested in any information she can provide.
Layla's gonna casually listen outside.
I don't know, it reminded me of something, maybe a Pokemon I saw somewhere.
What kind of Pokemon?
I can't quite remember.
Layla is going to open up her Poke Gear and bring up Grand Oak.
Good morning, Layla.
Hey, is there a Pokemon that can fuck with dreams?
Several.
Layla will facepalm. List them, please.
Well, Gengar is known for possessing the Dreamager ability as well as the Nightmare move. It's easily taught to many ghost Pokemon as well. The Drowsy and Hypno line are quite notorious for it as well. Although I suppose eating dreams counts as messing with them.
But let me clarify. Influencing dreams not for the purposes of eating them or causing nightmares.
I suppose a powerful enough psychic Pokemon might be able to do so, but many of them either aren't known to or they're legendary creatures. The only one that I know of off the top of my head in my records is Cresselia, who is known to be able to drive the nightmares of Darkrai away.
Show me Cresselia.
Very well. And he will bring up an image of Cresselia. And it will take me a while to actually bring up an image of Cresselia, so you'll have to wait.
Jakob is... I'm not even trying to make the stealth roll as he is like leaning in towards Layla to get an idea of what
Layla
she's
will
looking at.
Adjust adjust her Poke Gear to show him.
All right.
Celia, that sounds like the coaches.
That's Crest, Jakob.
Yes, but you know, if I open up a restaurant in the future with Pokemon-themed names for the dishes, I gotta start thinking now.
Yeah, not gonna lie, that does sound kind of delicious.
All right.
Great,
Don't
I'm gonna
worry.
be hungry before they serve breakfast.
Jakob opens his coat, and it's like that thing in a movie where somebody comes down an alleyway and like, "Hey kid, you want to buy some watches?" And he's just got a thing of packaged snacks that stowed in holsters inside of his jacket.
I love it.
You want to buy a malasada?
Oh my goodness.
Ew, I need an adult.
Got a tamale up to your speed.
Anyway.
I'm an
You
adult.
like oatmeal sauce? Quick ball.
It's a hologram.
You can't quick ball a hologram, Jakob.
I tried.
Here you are, Cresselia.
Does anything about Cresselia, as Zinnia said, remind her of the old man?
Not particularly.
The color of
No,
his robes were kind of pink, but not that pink, was it?
No, this isn't right.
An old man would be an odd form for Cresselia, I would think, considering it is it's a female-identified Pokemon.
There's no other psychic. This is gonna take me a while to sift through, but can we look at the different psychic type Pokemon that there are?
Before you can go much further with that, you will suddenly get a call from Red Cloister.
Here we go, guys. Layla will motion for Jakob to follow and come into the room. Hey, guys. We got a call.
Alright, go time.
Layla will answer it and put the hologram in the center of everybody.
Alright. And Professor Cypress will appear in the hologram. Good morning, everyone!
Good morning.
So, how are you all doing?
Layla's just gonna kind of look around towards everyone. It depends on who you ask.
I see. So, I take it the SDO isn't going very well then?
To be fair, we have made it successfully to Saffron City and have established contact as per our mission. We've been able to make a path there as per our mission parameters. We've done everything that we can.
Encountering several new threats, as mentioned in the report.
Yeah. Serge mentioned a report. I have yet to read it, to be honest. I was really tired. He said that he'd look at it. I'll ask him about it later, or look at it myself. In any case, though, let's see. Ah! That's right, so, well, can you just give me a brief summation of what you've got so far? Were you able to make it to Saffron City at least?
We are currently residing and resting in Saffron City as we speak.
That's wonderful! How is it?
They
Terrible.
charge for use of the Poke Center.
What?
The mayor is a dick.
Yeah,
You guys are joking, right? Oh my goodness, you had me going.
Cypress, look at us. Do we look like we're joking?
I wish you looked like you were joking.
Believe me, I wish we were too.
They talk about removing Pokemon from the area's pest control.
A lot of their methods seem rather...
Is it hostile? Is it hostile tribes? Because I mean, we have a
No.
similar problem with the.
We've seen
No.
just native Pokemon living peacefully in houses that have been abandoned for 100 years, and just attacking and driving them out?
We're currently hiding 2 eggs of an Espion that was going to be exterminated by them, and we're trying to protect it so it isn't killed.
My goodness. How...
Professor, is Jagger with you at the moment?
No, he's currently out on assignment with the rest of Fireteam Blastoise. Why?
I'll just remember to call him later.
Okay. Oh, actually, you know what? That reminds me. Maybe a bit of good news to lighten up your situation. So, the Pokegear has actually just received 2 new applications for Pokemon Home. First, we have the Daycare app. This application lets you send up to 2 Pokemon from either your home or your party into a training program back here at the Cloister that puts them to work helping out while also taking care of them. It allows them to build their own skills as well as contribute to the Cloister. And
That actually sounds kind of nice.
our studies have even shown that it's allowed them to improve their skills, or in game terms, level up.
Okay. What was the other feature?
Well, currently Daycare is loaded to 2 slots at a time for each registered rebuilder, but we're working to improve it. Anyway, the other application is known as Mystery Gift. It's an application which allows you to send and receive items from one another either openly or anonymously. Here.
You can't see it, but I'm face palming with a goofy smile on my face.
Actually, you know what, Layla? I'm glad you asked because I actually have something for you. Let me send it over.
Okay.
Have we considered that now is not the time?
Trust me, you're gonna want this. And with that, suddenly, the hologram will fade and the chamber in your Pokegear will begin to sort of like glow with a sort of collecting amount of like light particles, eventually forming into a spherical shape. Oh, that's right.
Did we just get a Pokemon?
Not quite. And eventually, Layla, this will appear.
What is it? It looks like the Gyarados that we found.
Well, that's because it's a Megastone. It's not Gyarados, but it's Manectite. It's a gift from the Manectric tribe. They were asking for you, but they'd unfortunately... Well, you'd already left by the time that they'd asked, so they told us to give you guys this.
Tell Striker I send my thanks.
I'll do that.
That will go to Cass as soon as she is a better girl.
Alright. Well then. I guess with that out of the way, that will take care of most of the business I had here. Additional good news, that means that now I have officially established a communications link between Saffron City and Vermilion City.
I know we should be asking this of Commander Surge, but technically that means our mission here in Saffron City is complete, correct?
Not quite. You were also supposed to establish a traveling route.
Which we've been able to mark as much as we can.
There are threats in the forest.
Right.
I
Well,
don't know where Team Saddle is based.
well, you're probably going to want to turn that into the Yellow Cloister's president as well then, so that we can finalize it.
Unfortunately, the president is out on business.
She is?
Well, the mayor's here, but the one that she defers to, the Christopher Caesar that we were told to meet with, is out.
Wait. Why would the leader of the cloister defer to someone else? This is concerning.
Layla is going to have an exasperated look on her face. We hate it too. We absolutely hate it.
So, I'm going to exercise some of my own authority as Surge's right hand here. If you'd be willing to take on the responsibilities. I'd like you to look into the authority and structure of Yellow Cloister in case it's been compromised, because if it has, that could lead to some serious issues down the line for rebuilding.
And we can use any means necessary, right?
I didn't say that.
Within reason?
Follow your judgment and do what you think is best, but you'll be taking responsibility for it.
Follow somebody else's judgment. Got it.
I love you, Ace.
Oh my god, Ace is so great.
And just do your best to make sure that this doesn't damage relations between Red and Yellow Cloister if we can, because we still need their help and their resources.
We will do the best to our ability.
I know
They're
you
hurting
will.
people and Pokemon, and they don't seem to care.
All the more
Guys.
reason that you should look into it and fix it if you can.
Honestly, I don't like a city where it essentially seems like the Jaggers are ruling it.
Guys, I have an idea. If the mission gets compromised, I will take full responsibility, because think about it, they will just exile me. I'm the one that can sneak back in and still get the information.
Won't come to that, I don't
But
think.
if it does,
We'll keep that as a last resort option.
I'll let you guys figure this out. I need to get back to work, unfortunately, but thank you for this check-in. And I hope that the updates I've given you will be helpful as well in the future. Best of luck, Best of luck, Fire Team Charizard.
red team.
Cypress out.
Fire Team Charizard out. Alright.
Boss checking in, says Maroon as she wanders down the hallway. Sorry.
We didn't wake you, did we?
Nah, not really. I mean, I did hear some screaming earlier, but it's no worse than what I'm had to deal with in some of my business trips, I guess.
You know what? Now's as good as... Layla's gonna kind of give a look to Jakob, like a knowing look, and then she'll turn to Maroon. You know what? Now's as good a time as ever. Why don't you come on in?
This room is so crowded.
Maybe we should step into one of the other rooms? There's a nice study in here.
I'm sure that would make Toshi more comfortable.
Honestly, it'll make me more comfortable. Ugh. Can someone say claustrophobia?
I'm not claustrophobic, I'm just worried about getting trapped.
If Toshi no longer needs Ariel, Layla will take Ariel back.
Alright. So, what can I do you for?
You told us that you have been born and raised in Yellow Cloister. Why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
Oh yeah, I have. I mean, well, where do you want me to start? From before or after we emerged?
Start from before.
Well, earliest I can remember, things were pretty nice. It was basically a lot of, strong community ties, people helping each other out, working what we could, giving what we could, and, returning and giving what was needed of each of us as we were able to. And then, it wasn't exactly a utopia, but we got by. We had our own problems, we had some friction here and there, and not everything always worked out the way that it ought to, and certainly the technology broke down every now and again, but we all took care of each other. And the president kept things peaceful, but then one day he died.
Like, just out of the blue or of natural causes?
I mean, no one lives forever, and 100 years is a long time. He'd been president for decades before I was even born. At least that's what my parents said. And then the next candidate, Hattori, I don't know how she won, but she barely won by, like, the narrowest of margins. And at first things weren't that different, but slowly she started implementing policies that would improve things around the cloister and make things nicer, get the machines upgraded, working better, more efficiently. But she also started having us work longer hours, and then eventually she even had people paying to stay in their own quarters. And they started paying more and more, to the point where some people couldn't even afford it, and they had to sleep in the halls.
How in the world do you introduce a fiat currency like that? Usually we just trade for the resources that we have. That's worked efficiently.
Yeah, well, people... Sometimes it's not always that simple, and sometimes you need a universal currency to compensate people for things sometimes. I guess. I don't know. This is just what I was taught. In any case, though...
Taught or brainwashed?
Look, I'm not I'm not into the whole economy thing. I just drive a truck, okay?
What exactly do you do?
I'm a courier, independently owned. I make deliveries through the city from whoever contracts me. Although, Spectrum's been making a lot of my, orders recently, but the money's good, and it's nothing that I'm too objectionable about either. I just give them stuff, and I make the deliveries.
What happened next?
Well, naturally, these policies did not go over well with everyone, but there were some people that either took to them naturally or just supported her from the beginning, and it caused a sort of division amongst the cloister. And then it only got worse when we reemerged. Christopher Caesar assembled this team, this Spectrum team, he called it, because apparently it drew from all different walks of life and skill and yada yada or something. I don't know. And then the point is, it was a team of skilled Pokemon trainers with very strong Pokemon, and under Christopher Caesar's leadership and guidance, they basically cleared out any opposition we faced on the surface. So after that, we were able to just basically move in.
Cleared out.
Yeah. I mean, once we actually saw the effects of what Spectrum was doing, it really set those who were opposed to Hattori's policies that much further against her, but at the same time, it dug those who were standing with her all the more for her. And now we basically sit in a divided city of people like myself, the mutualists who want to try and find a way to live together with the Pokemon of the city, even if it does cost us a few more luxuries or costs us some more money or whatever. And then there's the homecomer movement, they call themselves. Those who believe that the city is theirs by right because their ancestors lived there and that they deserve to have it back and everything that it stood for in the past, everything that it was. They want the old world back.
Layla is going to side-eye Toshi.
Toshi looks up. Short-sighted. It won't matter. They can't stop the primals.
The primals?
Does anyone happen to lead the mutualists?
I mean, it's not like an actual faction or established group or anything, at least not yet. It's just kind of a term that we use for people who think like us. I mean, I guess we could maybe see about starting something like that up, but I don't know how Spectrum would feel about it, or the mayor.
Do you have a leader?
We don't even have any sort of, like, cohesive structure or anything. That's not really been something we've discussed.
How do we know who are the mutualists? Like, is there a place that they meet?
You just talk to people and ask them their thoughts on the city, basically. I mean, I know more than a few, because that's usually my social group, so I could see about introducing you, I guess. It's not a huge amount, but I have more than a few friends, acquaintances, and clientele who identify as mutualists.
Every movement starts somewhere. We need to organize.
Alright.
We need to dig up some dirt
Okay.
on
We need to protect these Pokemon.
Now that much I can understand.
If we are going to get the support they need, we need to know that the Rebuilders' morals aren't compromised in this. So we need as much information on the president or mayor or whatever the fuck she is, and on Spectrum as we can.
Well, you're gonna hate this next part then. The Rebuilders have
Of course,
all but sold
Damn.
out to Spectrum at this point, more or less. At least that's the way I understand it. Spectrum basically gives them all of their equipment, all of their supplies, everything that they need to rebuild the city, and everything to enforce the ways of the old world and the policies of the mayor.
Is Toshi taking notes on this?
Yes.
Okay.
Of course.
Composing an angry letter to Surge.
Surge is just going to be flooded with reports and another thing.
And usually most arguments end with the homecomers just chanting, "Well, look, it worked! It worked, right? We're all living and the old world's coming back now, so clearly our way is working!" Something like that.
Ace is gonna, like, hit his head on the table.
Yeah, but they won't have the resources to expand.
No, Christopher Caesar seems to think differently. I mean, I believe that's kind of why he's going off to Cerulean. He's trying to I think he's trying to put Spectrum in more cities.
Oh, of that I have no doubt. Unfortunately,
I gotta give Spectrum this much credit, though. They are very good at dealing with Team Satellite and those. And the
What
fighting
can you tell us
Pokemon.
about Team
what
Satellite?
information do you have, Team Satellite?
Not a whole lot. They're a bunch of apparently hostile terrorists who just kind of come out of the blue day or night, usually night, and attack people and steal their Pokemon, or sometimes even abduct them to join their ranks.
No one knows where they come from. They clearly have old worlder gear.
I mean,
No police is gonna vouch for them.
I mean, they do have this weird motto that they say sometimes. I don't really remember it all off the top of my head. Something about coming from the stars and conquering, yada yada. It sounds like something out of an old science fiction book.
Oh my god. Okay. Okay. One thing at a time. Thanks for talking with us, Maroon. If you can get us some names of people we can talk to, that'd be great.
Yeah, sure, no problem. After what you guys did for me last night, it's the least I could do. And then,
Well,
the nurse will peek her head in. "Excuse me, I'm sorry to interrupt." "Oh, hey, Joy, good to see you. How'd you sleep?" Fine, thank you." I mean, what sleep, but it's fine.
Ruth, lady.
But anyway, I came to let you know that the mayor is here to see you. Me? No, the Red Cloister team.
Toshi's expression darkens.
Ace has a very mischievous look on his face. Let's go, team. We must not keep Her Majesty waiting.
She's in the lobby when you're ready to see her.
Jakob, do you want to take point on this? You are much better at playing nice than any of us are right now.
She doesn't deserve it, but yes.
Before Layla leaves, she's gonna kind of whisper to Varun, is Joy one of those people? The mutualist?
Oh yeah, Joy's good people. She actually comes from a family who kept up their trade as medical professionals and nurses throughout pretty much their whole family line, and she knows a lot about the Pokemon centers and the Pokemon medical industry in the old world.
Good to know. Thanks for your help.
No problem. You need me anymore, I'm here.
Layla's gonna stay in the back, kind of near Toshi.
Alright. So, eventually you guys will head over to the lobby. And sure enough, there she is alongside her bodyguard.
And then
I'm
there's
really-
this hassle.
I'm really digging her bodyguard, but that's just a personal preference. I got issues, okay?
Good morning, Fire Team Red. Damn it. Good morning, Fire Team Charizard of Red Cloister.
Good morning to you both. How do you do, Hattori? Hanzo, you as well?
Well enough this morning, as well as can be, I suppose. Hanzo will just give a silent nod.
A pleasure to see you both as always. What can we do for you?
First off, allow me to apologize for my brash rudeness yesterday. I'm just so used to having to take care of matters myself in this city that I overreached in a task that I specifically brought you on for, and...
Please don't apologize. I'm sure someone of your position deals with more stresses than most of us can even imagine.
It's so nice of you to understand that, truly. Now then, I suppose that will actually bring me to the matter of, your business here with me today. So, as I understand it, your orders here were to, establish communications and create a, working, traveling, and trade route between our city and yours, so that our cloisters can work together to continue the mission of the Rebuilder Corps.
That is indeed the message that was sent, yes.
Well, unfortunately, up until now, we've had more than our own few problems within the city that's demanded the attention of, all of our resources, but with your assistance, that may be able to change. I'll come right out with it. In order
Would
for
this be the best place to talk so much in public, or should we go somewhere else?
Don't worry, this will do fine. There's nothing here that is sensitive enough that I would not have it getting out. After all, the people chose me, so the people should know what my policies are, so if they hear it, all the more.
Understood, but as a future ally, it would, of course, be in our best interest if I tried to look out for you.
Oh my god, poor Toshiko!
Hold on.
Well, I
No,
appreciate
Nick, go
the
away.
sentiment. I assure you, I'm perfectly capable of looking out for myself, and
when I'm not, well, that's what Hanzo's for.
Jakob will shoot Hanzo a smile.
Charm
We
roll.
will both be comforting to Toshi. We will both do it.
Then there's me who literally was just about to type, I did it first!
That's fine.
Jakob, charm roll to Hanzo as you smile to him.
He whispers that to Layla. I did it first.
Yeah, basically.
Alright.
Kissy kissy.
Hanzo will see your smile, and because you're you and just so god dang charming, it will even break through his stoic exterior, and he will give you a subtle nod of respect.
Oh, I'm so high right now.
In any case, as I was saying though, in order for Yellow Cloister to be able to aid Red Cloister, the following two tasks will need to be completed first. Number one, there's the matter of the fighting Pokemon pest issue that needs to be resolved in order to spare the manpower currently being used to protect the city's assets and civilians. At the go on.
Ace and Layla are both touching Toshi, and the hair on their arms probably just raises as there's just a little bit of pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Layla is going to kind of side whisper, Toshi, whatever you're doing, you need to breathe right now, or do we need to leave?
Toshiko starts taking calming breaths.
Focus.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah.
See the first one.
Yeah, no, the first one. It's working, but barely. Let me put it this way, it's not getting worse.
Yeah.
I'm
So-
sure by this time of knowing each other, Layla and AJ would have had, like, facial sign language in a way to where, like, they can probably figure out what's going on with each other's body language.
I'll allow it.
Absolutely.
And
It's called Sting.
Hush. And AJ at this point would kind of be looking at her and, like, trying to signal, like, if worse comes to worse, who wants to stay and who wants to take Toshi out?
Layla is gonna kind of nod and get an invitation of, you get Toshi out, I will stay.
We're not killing Toshi.
Anyway, so while that's going on, Hattori will continue.
At the moment, Saffron can't spare the manpower to aid Vermilion while it is fighting off these hostile fighting Pokemon attacks during the day and ghost Pokemon at night. But if one of those were to be resolved, then they could send some troops over to Vermilion to aid them. But then there's the second matter. 2. A safe and practical route must be established between the cities. Currently, Thunder Falls and Storm River remain the most daunting obstacles for traveling between the two cities due to the treacherous environment and hostile Pokemon residing there. But your team managed to make it through somehow. Most impressive. If you can act as a guide to my city's agents through the area, we may be able to set up a more permanent and practical safe route from Vermilion to Saffron. However, since the second task is a moot point without accomplishing the first, I would advise you to look into that matter before anything else. Furthermore, I will also see that you are given proper safe transport through the city via one of my most reliable independent contractors.
Jakob will step forward and pull out his Pokedex. If you may, I'd like to make sure that we can keep your instructions straightforward and make sure we don't get anything muddled up. Is there some way you could transfer a copy of them to my Pokegear so that I can make sure we are following them as correctly as we can?
But of course, I'll have Grand Oak relay them to you, and you'll receive them shortly after our business here is done, if not before. Hanzo?
Excellent. Thank you.
And Hanzo will nod and start working on it. As you see, he actually retrieves his poke gear from a slot in his belt and starts working on it.
Where was he keeping it?
A secret compartment.
How did she get those? Where was she keeping them?
Thank you.
Anyway, anyways, though, I'll be directing you to a woman named Maroon. She is a bit sassy, but she's reliable.
I think we already met Maroon.
Somebody say my name. Oh! Hey, Mare! Ah, serendipitous. You're here. I'd like to commission you to act as a, chauffeur or driver for Fire Team Charizard here during their stay in the city. Naturally, you will be rewarded at our usual rate, and then some since this is such a priority mission.
I assume you're willing to work out some kind of VIP contract between Maroon and the Poke Center here to waive any kind of fees at this point going forward for them, since they are acting on your behalf.
Charm roll.
Yeah.
You get him, Jakob. Kill him with kindness.
What the fuck? What the? Okay, sure.
That's called a yes.
I mean, it is your idea.
6, 10.
So far, all of your ideas have
Yeah,
been
no, the math
top
checks
tier.
out. And she is going to sort of like think of that for a moment. She looks like she's initially like about to spit refusal at the idea, but she'll look to you and your team, look to Maroon, think about it a moment. Very well. Then, for the duration of your working relationship within the city, I will grant a special write-off privilege for our dear Maroon, since she has proven more than reliable to me in the past.
We really do appreciate your flexibility with this kind of dispensation. It's truly showing of the kind of leadership that you are bringing to this city, and it speaks highly of you.
I pride myself on efficiency and practicality.
Indeed. Speaking of this efficiency, is there anything further, or shall we go about continuing with the mission that you've asked?
I'm sorry, I'm laughing. Just Toshi's focus rolls in the background. I love that.
I'm trying to get out of here before Toshi kills someone.
That's a good idea.
Work on her.
I'm sorry, what was the last thing you said, Jakob, then?
Is there anything further we need to discuss in the spirit of efficiency, or shall we get about with your plan?
I believe I've said all that needs to be said. Is there anything else you'd wish to say to me, or any questions that you have?
Do you believe there is any equipment that we will need to requisition for this mission?
If there is, I'm certain that you can get some supplies down at the local Pokemart. I'll even offer you a special discount. Unfortunately, I can't give them to you for free due to, well, economic reasons, I'm sure you understand.
Well, there's a cost that comes with acquiring them, we don't have to say.
Of course. So glad that you understand.
Well, good morning, Princess.
Well, if there's nothing further, we shall be heading out.
Oh, there is one more thing, though.
Come in.
To begin, I would advise that you speak to Police Commissioner Crimson for more details about the fighting Pokemon pest problem. They've been the one organizing the strategies and security measures to deal with them thus far. Unfortunately, it's all but a stalemate. But I'm sure with your assistance, we can turn the tide.
Well, that's why we're here.
Excellent. Then I shall leave you to it. Good day and good luck, Rebuilders. Hanzo, with me. Hanzo will nod and they will leave.
Jakob's gonna walk backwards and turn to look at the group. Is it too early for a shot of alcohol? It feels like it's too early.
No!
We
Nope.
will make peace that her cruelty could never get.
Toshi.
Toshi, that was beautiful.
I hate everything about this.
I mean, look at it this way. Maybe this is your chance to change things and actually show her how things are done. Give the mutualists a legitimate voice.
It's not going to be easy with a lot of her agents, but if you can get us
I
meeting
mean,
with those agents.
I heard from a certain agent the other day that you may have sent some of their agents packing.
I really hope that they don't just send their weakest out to guard, because that was embarrassing for them.
Well, you know how it is with budget, and we're kind of scraping with what we got. But
No. If I may, we don't have a concept of budget where we're from.
trippy.
No, not really. Your ways confuse us. May we continue on?
Right, yeah, we shouldn't waste any more time. Let's get going then, shall we? I'll take you out to the
Toshi,
truck.
Toshi is just kind of standing in place, kind of just blinking, staring into the middle distance.
Layla's gonna put a
Toshi.
hand gently. Layla's gonna put a hand gently on Toshi's back to kind of usher her forward.
Sweetie, you right?
Old wounds will be hard to mend, but we have to try.
Come on,
Apparently, the Maroon are just leaving.
come on, let's go try. And Layla's gonna usher her forward.
Toshi will go along.
Alright. So you guys will start heading out.
Oh, Layla will pick up her Pokemon from the center because she wanted.
Yeah,
They all get healies.
Yeah, I figured that would just be kind of a thing you guys did in the background. I'm not gonna fucking, like, police you
Fair.
on that.
Ooh, training. An hour of training.
Oh, yeah.
When do we want to do that?
Oh, I'm sorry, Cox. How dare we make we? I'm sorry we made you feel with your own feelings.
I mean, it's better than
I'm
feeling
not-
with somebody else's feelings.
This is what I do. I do this to them every week, and I love it. I'm a monster.
Yep. We should probably get some training done before we do what the mistress wants us to do.
Let's go with doing not the grooming, just the experience training, so I can get 8 of them.
Okay.
Toshi will groom, but she doesn't have the ability to do the mentor stuff that Jakob can.
Yeah, we're not doing that. We're just doing the training as many as we can, as efficiently as we can to get out of here.
So I know that I just got Mega Manectrike or
Manectrike?
the Mega Stone. Yeah.
Mega Man.
Sure. But before they leave, Layla is going to switch out Cass for Celine.
Alright.
Because Ghost Pokemon, she's gonna need having a dark type is probably gonna be helpful. And
No, that's fair.
also
We have our
here's a-
Pokemon back, right?
Oh, yeah, you guys can switch out Pokemon.
No, I mean the ones that we gave to heal.
Yeah, you got your Pokemon back.
Okay.
Like I said, I just kind of assumed you guys did that, and I'm not going to be policing that.
Yep,
No,
so
no,
all
you're good.
injuries should be healed, everyone should be at full.
I just wanted to make sure, like, my scatterbrain.
Mm-hmm.
Was it nummy? Were you glad that you got a treat?
Alright. So, Cece's actually gonna put Ivysaur away for now and bring back Sharpedo.
Yeah.
If we're going against ghost types, I'm probably going to keep Erebus.
That said, she's going to send Ivysaur to daycare.
Ooh, I should probably, if we're doing daycare stuff, Layla's probably going to send Jasper and Viv to daycare.
Alright.
I'm probably going to send Demeter to daycare and bring out Hermes.
Hoot and Betty, go to daycare.
Alright.
I will send Taikoko to daycare.
Okay. I put a daycare folder in home so you can just place your Pokemon in there.
We can place our own Pokemon in there?
Oh,
That's
alright,
awesome.
or I can.
I was about to say, I didn't think we were that good.
We don't got privileges.
Check your privilege.
Alright.
I never have any.
So, Cass is going to home or daycare?
Cass is going home. Viv and Jasper are going to daycare.
Okay. Bless it. There we go. So, Viv
Ooh, yes.
and
I'm so
Jasper.
glad I made this choice.
Alright. And then, after that, who else is going to daycare? Actually, no.
Demeter.
Demeter, cool.
Taikoko.
And Taikoko.
And then Hoot Hoot and Betty, right?
Correct.
Alright. Taikoko goes to daycare.
Make sure we get all this settled before we lose the Wi-Fi.
Yep.
And if I could also get my Carvana in daycare.
Sure.
I did a thing.
And I would like to get Datum onto my team.
Okay.
I would like to get Hermes onto my team.
Yep, I'm working on it. Sorry.
Okay. Sorry, my computer's doing some... Not computer, my website's doing a weird thing.
No, I get you. Trust me, I'm facing similar problems. Alright, so...
I like the idea of this daycare. It's actually really... These vibes are rancid. Poor Toshi. Toshi is getting so much trauma just by standing in this city.
It's okay, Toshi. If you have nothing nice to say, come sit by me and Layla.
Alright. You now have Hermes in your party. Nyx, you now have Celine in your party.
Excellent.
So Toshiko, who did you want to send Taikoko and,
So Taikoko
Carvana
and
to daycare.
my Carvana to daycare.
Yep.
And Cordy to home.
Alright. Then you want Datum in your party.
I want Datum.
Cordy goes home.
And I want Sandy Gast in my party. Garrison.
Alright. Alright, so Datum and Garrison. Cool. There you go, and God damn it, there you go. You got it.
Excellent.
Me and my ghost friends.
So, I'm going to assume that everything is good for now.
Yes, if we need to change it around, I imagine we'll be able to do so.
Yeah. Like, assume you have Wi-Fi from here on. I will tell you if you don't.
Excellent, thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah. Cool. And so then, I'm going to say that will encompass the hour you guys spent training.
Yeah.
Perfect. Angel will probably train with, or not Angel, Ariel will probably train with Jakob for the...
I have spaces for 5.
Okay, so Angel's going. Angel. That. Ariel is going. And then Layla will give focused orders to the rest of her team. Or focus training, rather.
Ace is going to be giving agility training to his team.
Yep. CC will be giving agility training to her team. And so... with that, we will hit the road. Let me just check real quick. Yep, alright, that's all where it needs to be. Cool, so... you guys hit the road as CC brings you out to her truck.
As Maroon does.
Sorry, Maroon.
Ace can drive.
No.
Right? It's not a boat, so no.
So this person right here, hold on. No. You just totally moved me exactly from where I want to point out. This person right here is freaking killing me inside. I love it.
Which person?
The T-poser.
Oh, that. Yeah, we'll get to that in a bit.
That's fine. That was the first thing that like caught my eye, and I'm like, what you doing over there T-posing?
So, as you drive by, you will notice a lot of people sporting like backpacks and like either old or ragged or dirty clothes walking the streets and cluttering the alleys.
Are these the people who couldn't afford living conditions?
Yeah. Local term for them is Halsleys.
Why?
It's kind of a depressing story. But
Slept
basically...
in the halls.
Yep. They would be... As I told you before, some people couldn't afford to pay the price to sleep in their own quarters anymore, so they were forced to sleep in the halls, eventually giving rise to the term of hall sleepers from people who derided and looked down on them, which was propagated a lot in the Yellow Cloister. Other times they'd be called hall slees, which eventually became Halsleys.
Layla's jaw's gonna clench.
You people have such a charming and rich culture.
Tell me about it. And then you'll see you're kind of like slowing down as one of them starts approaching the vehicle. Could you spare some money, please? Yeah, sure, hang on, sorry. And then she'll reach into her truck side compartment and hand her 50 polka dollars. Thank you so much. Arceus bless you. Anyone else want to give?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Alright. State how much and take it off your sheet.
Well, does anybody else come up?
Yeah, Toshi's gonna chip
A
in.
lot of people.
So far, this is the only one who's actually come up to the vehicle. But you do
A
see,
A lot
like,
of people that'll need help.
everyone you see is, like, either, like, holding out signs or, like, shaking, cups or whatever other such containers they have. Panhandling.
Layla is eventually going to give out 50 polka dollars.
Yeah, that's what I was going to drop out 50 for her.
Alright. Oh, thank you so much. I won't forget this.
Blitzy, you took the words right out of Layla's mouth. Layla was going to look at Jakob and basically say, hey, when we finally get to our first meeting, you probably might want to, bring dinner.
And Blitzy also says Jakob better fucking open up a soup kitchen.
Yep, Blitzy took the words right out of Layla's mouth.
You were saying, Jakob?
Oh, I've definitely got a few things that I'll want to bring up.
I know, baby. You want cuddles so you can go night-night. It's okay. It's almost over.
So then she will head off, and then as she does, before Maroon can start the truck back up again, you will suddenly see one of the Halsleys up ahead being accosted by 2 Spectrum agents. They will then pin her against the wall and proceed to start arresting her.
I'm out. I'm out of the van.
Alright. What are you doing? Were you... He does this. So,
Layla is gonna follow Ace just because, she knows he's gonna get into trouble. Layla is essentially backup. Okay.
So, Ace, you're gonna make it back here. Layla, you can get out. Other people can get out as well. Cece's gonna get out. But by the time Ace makes it there, suddenly... just a second.
Blitzy, I have some things I'll bring back. Brings back Chef Machamp to punch the shit out of the bear.
Yes.
Well, I mean... It's not quite that, but, give me a sec.
Oh no.
Let's see.
Gonna get a pop of flavor. Pop right in the face. Oh, I don't like this.
Suddenly, from out of the blue, will drop down... Oh, God damn it. Will drop down a Hitmonchan who smacks down one of the agents. A Hitmonlee who stretches out their legs and kicks another agent to the side. And a Hitmontop will spiral down and with a rapid spin, knock their Pokeballs away from them. Meanwhile, from out of the shadows will charge out a Pangoro and a Scrafty towards the truck.
Toshi?
So, remember the fighting Pokemon I was telling you about? Yeah, they don't care about sides, apparently.
Ace is gonna look so excited.
And Goro is going to sort of, pull back and start, charging at the truck, followed by Scrafty.
Where's Pangoro? Are they
Right
there,
yep.
or...
Yeah, they're right there.
I was hoping to intercept their charge with an action.
Oh, I was gonna throw a Pokeball at one of them.
Oh, I mean, you could totally do that, yeah.
Okay.
Alright, Ace,
I was not going to Pokeball. But
you throw a Pokeball, but as it goes towards them... Actually, you know what? Make me the roll first.
Toshi,
Yeah.
help.
That'll hit.
No, that's a hit.
But as the Pokeball is about to impact them, suddenly a strange force field appears around them. Much like that of when you would try to capture another trainer's Pokemon with a Pokeball. And the Pokeball bounces to the ground, and Pangoro looks at you. And it looks pissed.
Layla would like to intercept that.
Well, this is where the encounter would begin, but it's 10 o'clock, so I'm thinking this is where we're going to call it this week.
Okay, because I wanted Ace to roll like a charm roll to explain himself.
Yeah, I know, it's too late for that.
Yeah, like
I just
Toshi,
wanted to register you to my Pokedex, that's all.
Toshi's first thoughts are going to be like, okay, every turn I am spending a bonus action to channel. I'm going to try and channel. I'm going to try and channel until I can get through and communicate our intentions.
Yes, Laxby, that is a lot of Hitmons, but in any case, so, what did we all think of tonight?
You just keep
I
making
hate
me...
it. Beautiful.
Oh, you keep making me hate the mayor, like, more and more.
That's
this
the
town
idea!
sucks.
That's the idea, Jakob!
Fucking capitalism.
Oh, Lord.
Were you the Pokemon?
Why can't we just help each other?
Because that's not profitable.
Boo!
I'm
Fuck
super...
profit.
No,
I'm
wait,
super
that's right, it's
excited.
because it's human nature, Frey.
Wait, hold on. Okay,
Down with
so
Hyperion.
Not my nature.
I would like to propose a new system in which I used baked goods as a form of currency, and while it won't be profitable, it will be profitable.
Hey.
I love you.
Also, thank you, Gagthor. I'm glad you found it an enjoyable listen.
Oh my goodness. Gears are starting to turn in Layla's head.
Mm-hmm. Yep, things are definitely getting trippy and intriguing. So what do you guys think about the dream sequence?
That was fun.
That was trippy.
Colors are
Like-
so pretty.
It felt so dramatically appropriate that Toshi was the only one who noticed what was going on.
I also love how
see,
just...
you weren't the only one, though. I just didn't know 100%
Yeah,
if it was a dream or not
Yeah,
yet.
I just couldn't
Ace came
entirely part of
close.
it. Yeah.
But yeah, I also, I am legitimately unsettled at just how not Toshiko is being right now.
Yeah, it's a little scary.
I'm unsettled by the town. It's not Toshiko's fault. This place sucks.
No, totally that too, but I did not think Toshiko had this much hostility and aggression inside her, justified though it may be.
I'm just waiting for the inevitable Carrie moment.
Because, Toshi, there's, anger, but also, just so much compassion. She angry cries. She is just full of emotion and overwhelming, and...
She's like a magical girl. An autistic magical girl.
Yeah, basically. She's not having a great time.
Gonna have a side of wrath with this Pride Month.
Oh, yeah! Indeed.
Coming in with Wrath Month.
Fucking A. Oh my god. But yeah, no, I am so happy to hear this, and that just makes me even more hyped for you guys to see what comes next, and what,
Time to turn this into Pokemon Gun.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, to what comes next, and what's, really going on with, the Pokemon and the city, and, whatnot. It's gonna be so cool, so terrifying, but also in ways there's gonna be, hope and heartwarming stuff, but I've said too much now, so in that case, I'll just simply say... Thank you all so much for watching. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to follow me for more streams in the future. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure that you like this video and leave a comment. I'd be eager to hear your thoughts and ideas and speculations about the game so far. Also, make sure to check out my other videos so that you can catch up if this is your first video watching. And of course, make sure that you subscribe to the channel for more content. So, until next week, good night everybody, and happy Pokemon!
Have a good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Yeah.